of showers from or
It
from
is. I
tonight.
haven't turned it off
Temperatures
yet.
in the low 90s north, upper 90s south. Chance of some
Oh,
showers and scattered
oh,
storms
messed
tonight.
up.
Overnight low will drop down upper 60s to low 70s. And Saturday back to sunshine, a high at around 80 north, 90 south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by In Good Spirits, Fort Smith's premier source for wine, specialty beers, and liquor. Located at 12100 Highway 71 South in Fort Smith.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 36 days.
All the W's I've got, like wins. Come on.
Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
They ain't ready for this. You can't run from this. I can't let them hide from me tonight.
Okay, it's a little long, and I think you flubbed on that last.
Did not flub at all.
No, it wasn't a flub. It was
There was no flub.
But
It was not a flub.
And Matt Jones, all he does is make big plays.
Said you had very motivational words at halftime.
This loss really affected me. To say it's taking the wind out of my sails is an understatement.
Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios.
Really doesn't care about anything. He's a nihilist.
Oh, that must be nothing.
It's only halftime.
Matt Jones, don't be so cool, dude. Get you some.
Sports talk that doesn't sound like everyone else.
Are you a Leo? Was it go Leo, Virgo?
I am a Leo.
With Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones.
Just go lose it.
Hey, we'll be back after this.
We will. Let's take a break.
This is halftime.
Hello and happy Friday, everybody. Welcome into halftime. I'm feeling good on this Friday. It has been a good week. We've had some good shows, some good guests. We have guests lined up for today to Aaron Torres going to join us earlier here in just a few minutes. But it's good to be with you guys on this Friday. How we feeling today?
Oh, my goodness. It's Friday. You know what I do want to ask Aaron Torres, since he's a West Coast guy, is about Kyle Shanahan and what's going on. It's kind of been hush-hush. Apparently, it was all his fault, but he was the only one that got hurt. I don't really know kind of the whole story, but I'm sure being out there right around it. And then always love talking basketball. I could talk basketball with AT for 3 hours if we had him, but I know we only get him for 1 second.
Yeah,
One
no,
second, sorry.
one set, yeah, a little longer than 1 second, but I know he's got his fingers in everything a little bit with basketball, some college football as well. I'm sure he's got some opinions a little bit. We talked to him last week a little bit about the Bahamas, but obviously Arkansas playing today at 6 o'clock. If you haven't signed up for Flow Sports, just do it and make sure you cancel on Monday. It's super easy. Just do it, cancel on Monday, you don't get charged, and you'll get to watch the Razorbacks play down in the Bahamas. If you just want to follow along on Stat Broadcast, you could do that too. But a lot has happened. You know, there's some fun stuff here to talk about on this Friday, including a new college football anthem. Did you guys see that?
I heard.
With Shabuzi?
I heard.
Oh, no, stop. I love Shabuzi. He's so fun. No? Okay. All right.
Shabuzi's okay. I just want you to know, Alyssa, I could go in there and in 20 minutes on our music maker program that we have in there, make a song that sounds just like Shabuzi. So
that's fine.
It's not that impressed. But, hey, college football
fun,
themes and college football anthems are supposed to be fun, and he makes fun music.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. It just kind of makes you, move and groove a little bit and get you excited. It was the first thing when I woke up. I have a really bad habit. They say not to do this. Grab your phone and scroll, right? And it was the first thing on the top of my my X feed, and I watched it, and it got me really excited for football. There was a Big Red sighting, so they did put Arkansas in it.
Okay, then now I'm in favor.
Okay, they did put Arkansas in the video.
Turner.
so that's it. At least Arkansas got a little bit of love in the new college football music video that they're going to start playing on ESPN, which is pretty cool. So I don't know. I might be listening to that High News song this weekend. Might be my might go out to the lake. Might be my song.
Well, we're going to play lake songs for everybody today. We're having a Yacht Rock Friday. I hope everybody enjoys it.
Yeah, if you got a request, can we take requests or do we take requests?
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs already in the list. So there's available. We have 3 open spots if people want to request, but we already got 6 of them down.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And
so
your request may be just flat out.
Yeah,
denied.
don't request bad songs.
Yeah. There's 3 openings.
We will straight up tell you if your songs are bad requests.
We are definitely like high fidelity music snobs in a way.
We are.
We are.
Not that we have a reason to be, but we just are.
Well, we are. It's our show.
There we Exactly.
We can't because we can.
It's your own show.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
It's your own
because
show,
I
you
said
play your own music. That's right.
That's right. Because I said so. It's the best response as a mom that I can.
I can't wait to use that on my kid.
Because I said
my
so.
Parents 100%. Yeah.
Man,
because
I tell
said
you.
So. What do you?
Right. So now we're getting to a point. Everything is, well, why? Well, what does that mean? But why? But mom. And my 5-year-old Bella, she just likes to negotiate more than anyone I've ever met in my life. And it's just like no, we cannot wear our high heels to school today.
I've already told you. Yeah. You don't need. It doesn't matter why, because I said so.
You have to take the George Bush approach and don't negotiate with
Whenever you
terrorists.
start paying bills, you get to make you get your
That's
opinion.
right.
That's how
Like
it
what are we What are we doing? BE in Clarksville, by the way, guys, already hitting on it. Says Christopher Cross sailing.
So do you know when I was watching that Yacht Rock documentary by Bill Simmons, Christopher Cross swept the Grammys, won 4 awards, including Best New Artist in 1981. Do you know the next artist to do what he did?
In 81?
So he did that in 81. Who the next artist that swept the Grammys, and this tells you how much we've come along in music.
With Taylor Swift?
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
2020, when
Nice.
she swept the Grammys for Best New Artist, Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Song of the Year.
Yeah, that Billie
how
Eilish
long it
debut
took, yeah.
album was phenomenal.
Just think about how much difference the music's changed since 1981 that swept the Grammys to 2020 that swept. It's 41 years of. It's a dark noise.
I think that also talks about how much of a variety the 90s were. There was such a wide range of music in the 90s, and then I think the 2010s, it was good music in the 2010s, but it was just kind of, there wasn't anything super groundbreaking.
No, the 90s rock. Like about 68 to 78, somewhere around there was like one of the best, and then the 90s, the 90s rock.
That's true. That's good
We'll
stuff.
do 90s next
fun.
week.
Okay.
We already got a theme
some
going
90s
this
next week.
Yeah, we'll do a 90s
Fantastic.
thing next week.
Yeah, hey, we got a lot to talk about today. 36 days away till football season. It should be a fun one as we get closer and closer into August. It's the last day of July, guys. Use it well. Spend it wisely. Did you guys hear Kirk Cignetti? We're going to get into his comments at the Big Ten Media Days. I think between him and Brett Bielema, they're just, firing shots up there in Chicago.
Well, Kurt Cignetti's got all reason to talk. And first of all, he dude, one after the other with the quips about just how quick he is on his feet thinking about stuff. I heard the Pardon My Take guys say that he was probably going to be hunted this year because, Indiana's now kind of arriving as a national power here under his leadership. So he said, Coach, how do you feel about being hunted this year? He said he went out and bought a bigger gun, which is just an all-time line. Another good one. So Cignetti can talk, but Bielema,
yes.
Maybe not
okay,
quite,
look,
although he has
you know what? He's had
Illinois.
back-to-back 9-win seasons.
Hey,
Here's the
he's
deal.
won.
You can be mad at B all you want to. You just go to the record book. He's got back-to-back 9-win seasons. When was the last time that happened for Arkansas?
Been a minute, but I will say this.
Look at Indiana's schedule. North Texas, Howard, Western Kentucky, Northwestern, at Rutgers, at Nebraska. So they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to start off 6-0. Then Ohio State at Michigan. So there's 2 back-to-back games. And then it's Minnesota. I only see a chance for 3 losses. Ohio State, Michigan, and USC. I think they beat everybody else. They don't have Penn State. They don't have Oregon. Ooh, that's a pretty – I'd be talking a little bit of noise too.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Wolverine hunting October 24th. You need a big gun.
There you go. Is USC going to be good? Like, what's going on with Lincoln Riley out in Southern California? Are they going to be any good, you think?
Making bad brisket.
And he brought Gary Patterson onto his staff this year. So, did you not know that?
Well, no, I knew that. I just
reminded you.
Well, no, all I heard from him at Big Ten Media Days was just waxing on and on and on about his offensive and defensive coordinators. Which, if that's the case, typically that means you're not going to be very good. But that's just my opinion. Lincoln Riley's extremely overrated. Good play caller, good head coach, I guess, maybe. But USC's some pretty high expectations out there. They have a good quarterback, I think. So we'll see how that works out. But all I can think of when I think of Lincoln Riley is that terrible brisket he made, and he'll never be anything more than that to me. Really?
Wow, the brisket.
It was bad.
That's
Bad
hilarious.
brisket. I wouldn't have fed that to my dog.
At worst, USC only has 4 losses. Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State, Indiana. Those are their 4 toughest games. So, at worst, they're 8-4, and I know we would sign up for that every day. But, They win one of those games. So that they got a tough stretch where they got Washington, Penn State, Wisconsin, Ohio State, Indiana. That little game stretch right there be a little tough.
Yeah. He's been there since, I forgot exactly when he went over there. He's been there since 2022. So this is season number 5 for Lincoln Riley over at USC. So we'll see how things go with the Trojans out there. Not that that's too much of a concern for the Razorbacks. We just got to get through September 13th and see what happens from there. But I think Kirk said, Nettie, we're going to break down some of those things that he said, because he's just a freaking sound machine. Also going to talk some NFL. Been looking at some NFL stuff. What's going on in training camp? This whole thing in Tampa is really intriguing to me with Baker Mayfield and the Bucks, and the contract back and forth. And I just was there last week in Tampa, and we had an event at Raymond James Stadium, and there's a massive picture of Baker Mayfield on the side of the building. There's pictures of him all over the place. And so you would drive by that building and it's like, that's their guy. Yet inside that building, there's clearly some disagreements and some tension back and forth. So I'm really interested to see this whole Baker Mayfield thing kind of unfold and how the season goes for him, because that'll be really interesting too.
I think we're all Baker Mayfield fans here on Halftime, so I think that we're all pretty much in agreement.
Dixon straight.
I think Tampa. That's not why, but I think he's a great quarterback too. I remember watching him lead that comeback when he had that kind of in between year where he was with the LA Rams for a little bit. I think it might have been Monday Night Football or Thursday Night Football where he led an awesome comeback for the Rams, and I just remember that solidifying the fact that I really liked Baker. The fact that he had to start his career in just a place where quarterbacks and football dreams go to die, and Cleveland was always going to be a knock on him. But he had the most success of any Cleveland quarterback since probably Bernie Kosar. So, I mean, I've always been a big fan of Baker Mayfield, and the fact that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won't pay him is pretty stupid in my opinion, because like you said, he's all over that stadium, and he's a good quarterback.
Yeah. I think those commercials from when he was with Cleveland were hilarious.
They were.
Oh, they were so funny.
He's got
those
some comedy chops.
Fantastic promotion for Baker Mayfield there in those commercials. They were hilarious. So we've got that to talk about too, but we've got Aaron Torres coming up with us at 11:15. So we're going to take a break. Remember, always make sure to go and get that Hit That Line podcast. If you do not have it already, just go to hitthatline.com or Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell, and that is where you'll get the Bud Light Morning Rush podcast, the Eastside Liquor Halftime podcast, and of course the 749 Equipment Ruskin and Zach podcast. You can listen to today's show later on. You can listen back to yesterday's show if you missed anything. Shoot, you could go back and listen to the stuff that we had at SEC Media Days last week in Tampa if you missed any of that as well. So make sure to download and rate, review, and share. Halftime rolling on with Aaron Torres after the break.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Make sure you subscribe to the Hit That Line Podcast Network and listen to the best moments of the Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft. Halftime with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Ruskin and Zach. Stay up to date by subscribing to the Bud Light Morning Rush Podcast, the Eastside Liquor Halftime Podcast, and the Ruskin and Zach Podcast. Part of the Hit That Line Podcast Network. Just search Hit That Line wherever you listen to podcasts, or find them on hitthatline.com and the Hit That Line Now app. Powered by Taco Bell. Don't forget to rate, review, and share.
Dental emergencies do not wait, and neither should you. At Valley Urgent Dental, they're here for you on the weekends, whether it's a broken tooth, a painful infection, or a crown that's come loose. Dr. Kendall Roberts and Dr. Doug Terry are ready to help. Why wait till Monday? Call 479-235-5655 now. Valley Urgent Dental is located at 5505 Uper Lane behind Golden Corral in Fort Smith. Valley Urgent Dental, emergency dental care when you need it most.
The spring allergy and hay fever seasons are here, and Law's Drugstore has what you need to safely take care of you and your family. Law's Drugstore can fill and refill your prescriptions, and they have all of the over-the-counter allergy remedies to provide comfort. Call 452-6116 and ask about vaccine shot appointment for shingles, pneumonia, COVID, and whooping cough. Law's Drugstore, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind the Outback Steakhouse. Law's Drugstore, open 6 days a week to safely care for you and your family.
It's the all-you-can-eat breakfast breakfast buffet at Golden Corral. Enjoy the endless breakfast buffet with carved ham, tender pork chops, pancakes, French toast, made-to-order eggs and omelets, and, of course, the biscuits and gravy. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. And from 8 to 9:30, seniors get all this and a drink for $10.29. Golden Corral, 1801 South Waldron, Fort Smith. Order online at goldencorral.com for curbside pickup or delivery. Golden Corral, the only one for everyone.
Spring is here, and it's the perfect time to upgrade your home. If your garage door needs repair or you're ready for a new look, call Precision Garage Door. From broken springs and openers to brand new doors, they provide expert service and professional installation. Fully licensed and insured, with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers, and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call 844-PDS-DOOR or visit PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Precision Garage Door, voted the best in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for, only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com, RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
At University of Maryland Global Campus, we know you're no stranger to setting big goals, whether in school, at work, or in life. And you're ready for more. At UMGC, we offer the skills-based education you need to move your career forward. Learn how to apply AI, data science, and other emerging tech. Plus, gain skills in leadership and critical thinking. You've come far. Succeed again. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? In your stomach. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023, Anheuser-Busch, Bush Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss.
There's a port on a western bay, and it serves 100 ships a day. Lonely sailors pass the time away and talk about their homes. And there's a girl in this harbor town, and she works laying whiskey down. They say, Brandy, fetch another round. She serves them whiskey and wine. The sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine girl, but what a good you would be. Still a sailor from the sea.
Make sure to follow Halftime on X at Hit That Line AR and on Facebook and Instagram at Hit That Line. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Time now to go to the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, joined by Aaron Torres, Fox Sports Radio, and the Aaron Torres podcast. Aaron, I'm telling you what, we just talked about it a little bit. Big Ten Media Days has given us quite some sound bites. It's been kind of fun to listen from afar as they get that going in Chicago.
It gave me, I can't speak for everybody else, but it gave me a week of content when, there was nothing else really going on in late July. So, we all know that these are some of what we do. These are some of the slower weeks and months on the calendar. And so shout out to former Arkansas coach Brett Bielema. Shout out to Kurt Signetti, who I don't think coached at Arkansas. I think I would have known about that if that had happened. But unbelievable week. And, I've heard Adam Schefter say this. He says, I don't root for teams. I root for storylines. And I think that is absolutely applicable this week. And thank you to everyone in the Big Ten for giving us plenty to talk about.
Well, they definitely flex their muscles. And I feel like, do you think we're seeing a little bit of just a Big Ten SEC, for a lack of a better term, trying to just beef each other up and flex and a little bit of contention between these two powerhouse conferences right now? Who's better, the SEC or the Big Ten?
Well, I think there's definitely contention, and I think both sides have legitimate arguments. What I see, and I'll try to be quick here. If I go long, you guys can always cut me off. I won't be offended. But I do think the SEC is at an inflection point where it wasn't debatable. And I think they've, tried to move the league as a whole. I'm not talking about anybody individually. I'm not talking about Kirby Smart or whatever. But now the league has tried to switch this narrative of, well, they've won three straight national championships, but the week in, week out grind of the SEC is tougher. And I think that was a lot of Cignetti's quotes. I think that was a lot of Bielema's quotes. And frankly, Tony Petitti, the commissioner, had some interesting quotes that I felt like kind of fell under the radar because they came on the same day as Brett Bielema. And I sit here and look at it and say, listen, every year it's going to be a little bit of a different deal. But if you're arguing that the middle and the bottom of the SEC are still better, that wasn't true last year. And the stat that I threw out there yesterday is that, Ole Miss and Texas A&M both made the college football playoff. I'm not going to sit here and say they didn't deserve to be in, but they went 7-1 in the SEC. They both beat South Carolina and Mississippi State, who were not bowl eligible, and they both beat 4 teams that ended up firing their coaches, obviously including Arkansas in the case of both those teams. And so now you can argue Ole Miss and Texas A&M maybe part of them being good led to some of those firings. Brian Kelly was fired a day after losing to Texas A&M. But you then go back to the Big Ten, Michigan with a coach that was clearly had priorities other than football won 9 games. USC in a down year. We're talking about Lincoln Riley. It's make or break. They won 9 games last year. Washington won 9 games last year. Iowa won 9 games last year. So this argument that the middle and the bottom are still clearly superior, that just wasn't the case last year. And so that is where I think all this conversation stems from. And I do think the SEC is in a little bit of an inflection point season where been living off borrowed time, been living off previous, narratives and conversations. I think they have to start getting some results on the field, specifically in the college football playoff as we get to December and January.
Yeah, and we'll see exactly how this 9-game schedule works. Look, one of my favorite people on the planet, Matt Zimmerman. How much have you enjoyed watching his recaps and his player breakdowns as the Hogs get ready to play in the Bahamas tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited to watch the Hogs. Still haven't totally figured out how Flow TV works, but, I'm a smart man. I think I'll be able to figure it out.
We have faith in you.
But, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. If not, I'll call you and I'll let you stream it through your phone some way, somehow. Anyway. Neither here nor there. I'll figure it out. I'm a big boy. But, no, it's been awesome. And I think where it's been actually very helpful for me, I've never seen highlights of Ilya Frolov or Mapur Maker or whoever you say that, however you say his name, and I apologize. So, I do think there is real value to me in, Mapur Maker was just a guy that I just thought was kind of on the roster and, he was kind of a practice player. And then it's you see him blocking Mika Miranen's shot and you realize he has real value with this roster. He's not going to play 30 minutes a game, but he has value for what John Calipari's trying to do, building this team out, even if it's as a practice player or a situational player in games. And so I appreciate Coach Z. He's obviously had a front row seat. I don't know if he gets to watch all the practices, some of the practices, whatever, but I think there's been real value in what he's doing.
Hey, Aaron, speaking of storylines, what's going on the West Coast out there with Kyle Shanahan? Will he be on the sidelines week 1 for the 49ers? Is he going to be okay and healthy and out of legal trouble?
It's been a wild story. I did my radio show Saturday night a few hours after that story broke. And it just felt like, we're glad he's okay. And, I'll give credit where it's due. My radio partner on Saturday, Arnie Spanier, said, how did this happen 2 weeks ago and we don't have a nurse that shared a story, a doctor, not shared, but, these things get leaked. I mean, TMZ has made a career of finding out stuff that people don't want to be public, and this stayed under the radar. And so it was weird to me that we had the narrative of the police report that said that whatever, and then Kyle Shanahan acknowledged that he was to blame and he dropped his phone. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know that, there's no reports of alcohol or substances or anything like that. I think, and if you actually read the police report, I'm sure you guys have, it's like they were driving 20 miles an hour in a residential zone. So I think it's obviously, considering how badly he was injured, he could have been going a lot faster, and you wonder how much more serious it would have been if he was going a little bit faster. But I've seen some of the conspiracy theories. I haven't been able to put pieces together yet where this is anything other than distracted driving, and I'm not smart enough to know if that carries any sort of sentence or whatever. But I've seen a lot of people go down the conspiracy theory route on that one. I don't know that I'm ready to do it yet.
And then another one I got. It's interesting for me. I don't know how interested you're into it, but Shedeur Sanders, year 2, could he be starting opening day for the Cleveland Browns?
Yeah, the Browns had an interesting week because they signed the 2 defensive backs to long-term deals, and I think what that shows me is I think they're trying to build out and put themselves in position to take a quarterback in next year's draft. I know every year we do the whole, next year's a historic draft. And it's like anybody who watched Garrett Nussmeier 2 years ago is like, yeah, if we're talking about him as a first-round pick, that's not going to be a historic draft. Sorry. Same with Jarrell or whatever. I do think next year with Dante Moore, who probably would have been the number 2 pick in this year's draft, being available, I still need to see a little bit more from Arch Manning before I'm convinced he's going to be the number 1, number 2 overall pick. But you have, maybe Trinidad Chambliss. I know he's a little bit small. You have C.J. Carr from Notre Dame. You have Darian Mensah from Miami. When I look at the Cleveland Browns, I think that, they are building for a world where they're probably drafting in the top 3 or 4, if not number 1 overall, and taking one of those quarterbacks. So yes, I think Shedeur Sanders is going to play, and I enjoyed the Shedeur experience at Colorado. I don't know that I saw enough to convince me that he's a starting NFL quarterback. And then it's kind of wild because they still have Deshaun Watson on that roster, and it's like, again, we all do radio and, whatever, but it's like, I remember being on air when the trade happened to Cleveland, and you say, oh, Cleveland wasn't even in the picture. Then you realize they fully guaranteed the contract, biggest guaranteed contract, at least at the time in NFL history. I could go on and on, but I don't think they have their future guy at quarterback. And so because of that, I think they're just treading water until they can put themselves in position and get their guy in what will obviously be the 2027 NFL draft.
Last football question for me. Give me a % chance for Aaron Donald coming back to the Rams. Will he be in camp? Will he get there week 8? What's your kind of gut feeling on Aaron Donald?
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's not posting workout videos by accident. My hunch is with 85% certainty he'll play, and I would say with 10% certainty it'll be in week 1. The thing that I've equated it to, and I don't know if it's just because I was growing up in the Northeast at the time, but every year for about 3 or 4 years, Roger Clemens would, oh, I'm retired. And then he'd come back, he'd start working out, February, March. And then, he would always join the Yankees. It was never on opening day. It was always, and I don't remember now, it was 20 years ago, but, late May, early June, July. If you get a second, find the Susan Waldman audio of when Roger Clemens was in George Steinbrenner's booth during a game, and it made it pretty clear that he was coming. We played that on radio the other day. It's some of the best audio that you'll hear, just a complete overreaction to like a 41-year-old pitcher at the time. But no, I think that's where we're headed with Aaron Donald. I don't know what he can give, but I think there's too many coincidences starting to add up to make me think that he isn't going to be playing in the NFL this season. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be in week 1.
Hey, going back to basketball, we were talking earlier in the week about how it would be fun if Cal just puts all the freshmen out there in one of these games in the Bahamas just for fun to see what the freshmen can do. Is there anyone that you specifically are just watching if you can figure out Flow Sports on your end, of course?
Yeah, once I figure out Flow Sports, first of all, I am a little disappointed that Mika Murinen isn't going to be available. I was most excited probably to watch him, and I understand, there's eligibility stuff, and I'm not, I don't know if it's a conversation with you guys. I don't think there's any reason to think that he won't be eligible by the time the season starts, but sometimes this stuff takes a little bit longer. So he was the one I was probably most excited about. I forget if I said this to you guys last week, but I do feel like J.J. Andrews has weirdly become underrated in how good that he is. Because, he was the first one committed, and, you guys as Arkansas fans have probably known about him since he was in 8th or 9th grade, the local star. But it's he was a top 10 prospect that was Peach Jam MVP, last summer, and universally agreed one of the best high school players in the country. So I'm excited about him. Obviously Abdu Torre, I like to say I am now, I myself, Aaron Torres, I'm only the second most beloved son in Arkansas from the state of Connecticut because Abdu Torre is now on campus. But he's a guy I've honestly been following his career since probably about 9th, 10th grade, knowing he was coming up in my home state of Connecticut. So the cliche answer is basically with a little bit of disappointment that obviously we're not going to see Mika Murin in this event. And then lastly, I would say too, I referenced it a minute ago, but some of those big guys that I think we either forget about or we're not expecting much from, is there a bigger role for Ilya Frolov? Is there a bigger role for Mapur Maper? Is there a bigger role for Paulo Semedo once these get, once the real games get played? Maybe the answer is yes, maybe the answer is no, but I do think we start to figure that out here in the coming days, as Arkansas takes the floor.
I'm telling you what, seeing JJ out there on the court on Monday, he looks like he could go play linebacker for Arkansas right now. If the football team needs him.
He just has a aura, I know we use the word aura a lot, and maybe you guys used it too much the last couple of weeks with Ryan Silverfield, but, I saw an interview with him where he just handles him, and obviously his dad being a pro, I'm sure probably has to do with it, but he just handles himself like he's been in front of the cameras, and maybe he has been for 15. He handles himself like a 10-year pro as far as how he answers questions, all that stuff. And I think, like I said, it's not that Arkansas fans don't know who he is. I think maybe they know him a little bit too well, and you get excited about all those shiny new toys that you get, and you forget about the guy that's been committed now for, almost 2 years, dating back to the end of his junior year of high school.
Yeah, I got to sit down with him after his high school playing days were over when Little Rock Christian was done. And my favorite part of that interview is him talking about his younger brother. And he's 9 years older. Yeah, he's 9 years older than his younger brother. And their relationship is just so darling. But that just kind of shows you the kind of kid he is away from the game of basketball. Hey, by the way, on Friday here, it's Yacht Rock Friday. Do you have a Yacht Rock song? Do you want to have a request today?
No, I am curious. Do you think Coach Cal will be around to coach the 2035 prospect out of the Andrews house? I'm guessing probably not at that point, though. Huh?
Probably not, but he might have some influence.
There you go. I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking about, obviously Beckham Black coming up with Anthony Black having been a Hog. I know it's not a 9-year difference, but yeah, I mean, if Coach Cal's still doing it in 2035, that's probably a really good sign that he's still doing it at a really high level. So, never say never, but no Yacht Rock songs off the top of my head. I also saw it was National Mutt Day today for all of those mixed breed dogs out there. We all love our mutts. So no Yacht Rock, though. It's been, I have nothing else to contribute to this conversation.
No, that is fine. We opened up the line for requests. Rarely do we do that around here. So
I wanted to
open the floor.
I am known at Fox Sports Radio as the guy who doesn't listen to music. I don't really listen to music. I just do sports talk or podcasts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what yacht rock is. Is that just like music you would play on a boat? I'm not being sarcastic. I don't actually know what yacht rock is.
Matt, you want to give the definition?
I enjoy Aaron Torres on the show, and I appreciate the fact that all we do is talk sports. I haven't told Alyssa yet that you're not a music guy.
Yeah, he left me hanging.
I found out about 4 years ago about that. So now Alyssa found out the hard way, and we'll keep it professional from now on.
What is yacht rock, though? I don't know what that is.
Smooth jazz influenced soft rock style from the mid-'70s to the mid-'80s.
Wow, Colton.
I googled.
He's like Chat. I didn't know your third co-host was Chat GPT. Alyssa and Matt. That was an incredible contribution. That was like the textbook definition. I would have never guessed that. I would have guessed yacht rock is like music that you listen to on a boat. So I was gonna say like Margaritaville or like 5 o'clock somewhere or something like that. So I'm glad I didn't actually answer the question.
Yeah. No, you're good. See, well, we have Colton because he's smarter than all of us.
Not true.
So
I have unbridled access to the internet right
very
here in front of
true.
me.
Very true. Best of luck getting Flow Sports going for you, Aaron. We always appreciate your time here. Thanks so much. Enjoy your weekend.
All right. Talk to you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thanks, Aaron. Aaron Torres of Fox Sports and the Aaron Torres pod. And now I know, guys. I didn't know, which is totally okay. It's all right. Everything is all right. But we always appreciate his insight and really enjoy listening to him. And if you haven't listened to his podcast, definitely go over there and check those out as well. More halftime rolling on after this.
Duncombe and Pringle dusting it up on the floor. Pringle shoves Duncombe down to the hardwood. The officials have stepped in.
This is halftime.
Attention Arkansas homeowners, are you dreading a lengthy, expensive bathroom remodel? With Bath Makeover of Arkansas, you can have your dream bathroom in as little as 1 day. American-made baths, walk-in showers, and walk-in bathtubs. Revolutionary laser-etched shower walls that will never chip, crack, peel, discolor, or fade. Plus, with Bath Makeover's Price Lock Guarantee, schedule your free design consultation now, and we'll lock your price in for 1 year. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is also proud to be an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation of a new bath or shower. With 60-month financing options, senior and military discounts, plus receive a $60 Visa gift card with purchase. And call Bath Makeover at 1-800-NEW-BATH for a bonus $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. Call 1-800.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Kevin Hart here to tell you all about Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa. Hey guys, I kind of feel like you're chopping off my head a little bit. I'm the money. Don't forget that. It's spicy, balanced with a sweet and tangy citrus touch that makes everything taste even better. And the best part is it comes with, I kind of still feel like you ain't got all of me. The best part is it comes with anything on the Cantina menu. So you better try it before it's gone.
New jalapeno citrus salsa, the sauce with more main character energy than Kevin Hart.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for. Only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com. RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they love the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E from Woodland. Think about it.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my
Oh, but it's hard.
You're listening to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Want to jump in the conversation? Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Oh man, I think having Finn on the show earlier this week has gone to his head, guys. He has taken my mom's phone and he is trolling me at the moment. He sends me. We play this game called Patchwork. Do you guys like board games?
I do. I love a good board game.
Have you played Patchwork before?
No, describe it to
It's a
me
great.
so
it's a great 2-player game.
Okay.
It's gonna sound weird when I describe it. But it's basically like you have a board, a square board, that's got, it's a 10 by 10 board, and you have all these different like patchwork pieces that you're trying to, it's basically like Tetris in a board game, and you're trying to piece all these things together, and buttons are your currency, and you're moving around a board collecting pieces to try to complete a full square. And it's a really fun 2-player game. And so Finn and I have been playing it, and I guess he took my mom's phone and I got a picture that was a full board, which he has not accomplished yet. And it said, Mimi lost big time. And I said, wait, is that real? Definitely. For Finn, yes. Haha. My mom goes, haha, I think you just got pranked by your son. And then it says, no. Finn says, no. This is good. In your face. Eat it, mommy.
Kid's a competitor, man.
Battle. Let's battle. Yeah, versus.
Also, Mom, take your phone away from my son. What is happening? What is happening?
Grandparents are there to enable a little bit of bad behavior. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh my God, but he's having the time of his life over here. I'm also working. Like, you're blowing up my phone while I'm trying to focus right now. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. I think they're going to a board game store today too. So.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll get a new game and we'll learn how to play it at home. But hey, by the way, since it's Friday, we got soccer tomorrow, don't we, Matt?
There's soccer tomorrow. Oh my goodness. There were Leeds and Sunderland were playing a preseason game yesterday that I caught about 10 minutes of. I know it was a preseason game. We get a soccer game tomorrow.
I think there's one today at 2,
Friday,
actually.
July 31st. Oh, there's a game.
No, maybe not. Oh, wait.
Oh, the Carabao Cup. Yeah, the Carabao Cup tomorrow at 9 a.m. It's a real soccer game. Yeah, with officials and everything.
There you go.
I think
I'm
August
ready to go.
19th, around 21st, somewhere. Tom Brady's team, Birmingham City. They play a friendly against Barcelona today, so that's cool. Tom Brady's team would be doing that, but it's August 21st, I believe.
Arsenal and Coventry City.
Coventry City and Arsenal play, and then Newcastle and Liverpool. I'm a Liverpool guy. They play right after Man City. I know you're a Manchester citizen now. They play the Cherries. It's your girl. Who's the? Oh, Mrs. Long. She's
Christina.
She's a Bournemouth fan. The
Cherries,
that's
right.
So it's
that's
Man
right.
City versus the Cherries on the opening day.
Oh no, we're gonna have to get with her on that that Friday or even talk about it on Monday.
Yeah.
The real talk is if Christina and Stuart really watched it.
August 23rd, so we got time.
That's right. That's right. Hey, did you see the thing that right now that's going on with the World Cup, looking ahead to 2030 and the possibility of expansion and expanding teams? There are 48 teams right now, and FIFA's going ahead to advance this proposal to expand it to 64 teams.
Gross. It's all about money. 36 was too much. 36 was enough.
This was the first year it was 48, right?
And then there was the first year it was 48, and that means there's that many more games. So there's probably an extra 100 million out there if you expand it to 64.
Isn't that crazy? 64, like that just now feels like participation trophy kind of stuff. Like, what about those other teams between 48 and 64 scream they're gonna win a World Cup?
I know it's brutal. There's only this. It's like I say. There's not 32 NFL quarterbacks. There's not 64 countries that should be playing soccer. It's okay though. I mean, I'm not against it. You know, if you want to. It's just it's a watered down. You're going to get a lot more 5-1 games. You know, you're going to get they don't belong on the same field with them. But yeah, you know, it kind of takes away the meaning of, you know, making it and winning a first round game, because you think about it, USA won a first round game, but technically that was never the first round game. Technically, the playing Belgium was actually their first round game in all the years past. So now you're going to get an extra round. And then that round, and so it'd take to the third round to get to where you're at. So you can say that you've won games, but it's going to be a little watered down, so to speak. But the knockout rounds matter.
It just feels like this is maybe losing a little bit of the integrity of the game, where you still want to have you still want it to be competitive. You still want it to be quality soccer. And I'm not saying that these countries don't play quality soccer. I'm just saying, like you said, you have to earn a right to be there. You have to qualify and earn your place. And it just feels like now it's just an open, free-for-all sign-up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely we got 47 months to talk about it. And,
I know.
We'll see what happens. But I'm getting excited for the regular season. I used to just be Euros and World Cup, because they'll do the Euros in 2 years. The World Cup is every 4 years. They combine them like that. But that used to be all I watched for 8 years. Every 2 years I'd get into that. And then, you know, about 2012, somewhere around there, I got into domestic soccer and I've never looked back.
There you go. Do you have a favorite like team on U.S. soil?
Oh, we're not.
No.
You got to be better for me to.
Okay. Well, I
can't.
Okay, so you watch. So basically, you can't watch. You can't watch. You watch Liverpool and you watch the Premier League. You can't watch the other one. I get it. I was just curious.
No.
I've never. No. Deal.
I don't watch American soccer. We're not good at it. Why would I want to watch people be bad at their job? That's just not a thing. It's like watching Arkansas football last year. It's like, why do I want to watch people be bad at their job?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's
September 12th.
September 13th. 12:01 on 12:01 a.m. on September 13th. We officially are back to being a basketball school.
We'll be on the air at 12:01.
That's what I'm saying.
We might be 1 o'clock.
Like Cinderella. It's like Cinderella. Like the pumpkin. We hit midnight. The slippers are gonna die. The dress is gonna come back into tattered cloth, and you're gonna turn back into a pumpkin at 12:01.
What I'm hoping is that game where I'm tasked with doing the post game for it, which I volunteered for, we're due for one of those just extremely long overtime games that we haven't had in a while. You know, at Arkansas, we have one of those every handful of years.
Please don't.
We're due for one of those. I'm hoping
Please
it's not
don't.
that game.
I was gonna say, please don't even put that into the universe.
No.
Like, don't even let the football gods laugh at us even
gods
more.
left this state a long time ago.
No, they didn't leave. No, they didn't leave. They've just not been kind. There's two very different things. They definitely exist. They're out there and they're looking down at Arkansas and they're waiting for some kind of sacrifice.
Poking it with a stick. Come on, do something.
Some kind of sacrifice is what they're waiting for. I don't know what it's going to be. Not sure, but they're waiting for something. So please don't give them ideas. We don't need overtime in Utah on September 12th. We really don't.
That would inspire a little bit of confidence, though. We could take some moral victories from that.
Do we? Do we take moral victories?
I don't, but I mean, lots of other shows do.
Do we take moral victories, Matt? What's your take on moral victories?
Situational.
I'm sure I know. Situational.
Situational. That's right.
So if they lose to Utah in overtime.
We lose to Georgia in overtime.
There we go.
There we go.
That's a moral victory you can hang your head on.
I'll take that one. Well, you know what? If you're a betting person and you want to bet on Arkansas beating Utah on September 12th, I know exactly where you can do that. Of course, the Bet Saracen app is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app. And for all of those who like to make a little wager with football season right around the corner, we've got one more week before football hits. Bet Saracen is as close as your cell phone. Want to follow the odds favorites, underdogs? Bet Saracen is where you want to be. So for the most accurate and up-to-date sports wagering info, you need to be on the Bet Saracen app. It's simple. Just go to the App Store, download Bet Saracen, or go to betsaracen.com. Our Today in Review after this.
You got no one that's afraid of us. They just come in and like, let's go. Well, that means you don't have enough dogs on the court.
This is halftime.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's the Monster Burger Eating Contest brought to you by Hardee's, ESPN Arkansas, and HitThatLine.com. We're going to be at Hardee's locations Tuesdays and Thursdays. Listen daily and watch our posts for time and place for your chance to qualify. I know you want to see the Raiders take on the Chiefs at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. Well, come eat a Monster Burger in 150 seconds or less at one of the qualifiers, and you're entered for your chance to win the 21st football trip of a lifetime. All of this is brought to you by Hardee's, ESPN Arkansas, and HitThatLine.com.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One is a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
You know the feeling. That rush when you reach that goal. Make somebody brag a little back home. That's success. And at University of Maryland Global Campus, we believe you should never stop chasing it. That's why UMGC offers an accredited skills-based education that helps move your career forward. We'll teach you how to apply emerging technologies like AI and data science, plus build your skills in leadership, communication, and critical thinking. Explore more than 100 degrees and certificates in business, cybersecurity, healthcare, and more. With affordable and online programs, you can unlock new opportunities to help you succeed again. At UMGC, success is yours for the taking and the making, and nothing should keep you from it, especially not an application fee. Apply now and we'll waive your application fee. Classes start August 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Hey, it's Derek Ruskin. I enjoy stretchy pants because it makes my life more comfortable. Well, the Crane Automotive team sort of feels the same way, but about your dollar. With prices at the pump, interest rates, and everything else, we focus on making your life more affordable. Our vehicles have the highest rated fuel economy and safety features for every lifestyle and budget. Come get yours at one of our 17 statewide locations or go to craneteam.com today. The Ruskin and Zach studios are driven by the Crane Automotive team.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle.
Review. Yes, good stuff.
Who is it? Who's the bird?
It's time for Today in Review. All the information you need to know about the moment. Today, right here, right now. Only on Halftime.
So much to learn.
You know, we pay lots of money to have music rights here as a radio station, and we don't play enough music. I honestly just wanted to skip Today in Review and play this song because it's one of my favorites. It's so freaking good. But we all are going to do this really, really quick. I'll try and brush through this here. Hey, in 1777, Marquis de Lafayette, age just 19, is appointed a major general of the Continental Army. I only put this on here not because France is some military superpower. Remember, they've been waving the white flag for a long time now. But Marquis de Lafayette was one of the namesakes of a city here in Arkansas, Fayetteville. Funny how that works. In 1969, Elvis Presley returns to the concert stage for the first time in over 8 years, beginning a 4-week, 57-show engagement at the newly opened International Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. In 1995, Walt Disney announces the acquisition of Capital Cities, ABC, for $19 billion. The network of properties now consists of Disney, ABC, ABC Sports, ESPN, and ESPN2, and all the whole family of ESPN channels. In 2012, Michael Phelps becomes the greatest medal winner in Olympic history on this date. Birthdays today: 1958, Mark Cuban. 1962, White Men Can Jump. Wesley Snipes, born today, born Orlando, Florida. 1965, the author of one of my favorite book series, J.K. Rowling, born today in Yate, Gloucestershire, England. As AT alluded to, National Mutt Day, National Avocado Day, and National Talk in an Elevator Day. So no awkward rides in the elevator today, guys. Strike up a conversation. Talk about avocado.
Say hi to a friend or a neighbor.
Yeah, that's right.
Or a stranger.
Or a stranger. Maybe
You
not.
can do all other things.
Whichever one you want to do. That's today's Today in Review. We do it every single day right here on Halftime. Alyssa Orange, Matt Jones, myself, Colton Little, back for more of Halftime after these short messages, top of the hour. Be right back.
The good old summertime is here, and Jelco Outdoors is having a good old summertime sale on all summer clothing. Save up to 50% off on select Ariat, Burlebo, Drake, Habit, Hook, Local Boy, and Wrangler clothing. Check out the best deal in town on Ariat and Wrangler blue jeans. Buy 2 pair, get a 3rd free. Bow hunters, come see us for getting your bow ready. Great deals on Elite, Hoyt, and Matthews bows. Close out the summer with savings at Jelco Outdoors. Remember, work, fish, hunt. That's what we do at Jelco Outdoors in Fort Smith.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, not when you work with Tara Lindbergh and the Lindbergh Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust the team that delivers results. Go to LindberghTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
Good morning. This is your Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast mix and match alarm.
We've got fluffy eggs and sausage on a made-from-scratch biscuit ready, or perhaps biscuit and gravy. Ooh, maybe a sweet cinnamon roll. Wake up and smell that sweet deal. Mix and match any 2 for just $5 for a limited time, only at Hardee's. Don't snooze on the app. Snag juicy deals, order ahead, and get to work on time. Maybe. Exclusive app offers for registered My Rewards members only. Available for limited time at participating restaurants.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Imaging. The future of office printing is here with Xerox's Connect Key technology and cloud connectivity. Xerox offers seamless integration, top-notch security, and unmatched efficiency to help your business stay ahead. Don't miss out. Call us today at 783-6600 and ask about our special offer for a free Xerox color printer with many Xerox models. Dixie Digital Imaging, leading the way in office technology.
In Arkansas, cancers of the lung, breast, prostate, and colon are the leading cause of cancer deaths. Yet simple screenings can save lives, helping doctors find and treat cancer early. If you have a family history of cancer, you need to start screenings even earlier, because cancer screenings can never come too soon, only too late. To learn more, visit cancer.uams.edu. Sponsored by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and UAMS.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, partly to mostly sunny skies. There's a slight chance of seeing a shower storm across the north. Temperatures in the low 90s north, upper 90s south. Chance of some showers and scattered storms tonight. The overnight low will drop down upper 60s to low 70s. And Saturday, back to sunshine, a high right around 80 north, 90 south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grant Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 36 days.
All the W's I've got, like wins. Come on.
Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on HitThatLine.com.
They ain't ready for this. You can't run from this. I can't let them hide from me tonight.
Okay, it's a little long. I think you flubbed on that last.
Did not flub at all.
No, it wasn't a flub. It was.
There was no flub. But it was not a flub.
And Matt Jones, all he does is make big plays.
Said you had very motivational words at halftime.
This loss really affected me. To say it's taking the wind out of my sails is an understatement.
Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios.
Really doesn't care about anything. He's a nihilist.
Oh, that must be a God thing.
It's only halftime.
Matt Jones, don't be so cool, dude. Get you some.
Sports talk that doesn't sound like everyone else.
Are you a Leo? Was it go Leo, Virgo?
I am a Leo.
With Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones.
Just go lose it.
Hey, we'll be back after this.
We will. Let's take a break.
This is halftime.
Let's start the text line and the call line here, 877-377-6963 here on a Friday and a halftime. Good to be with you, Alyssa Orange and Matt Jones and Colton Little. And let's get into it. We talked about it earlier when we started the show at 11 and what's going on in the Big Ten, and a lot of very vocal, opinionated coaches up there in that league. And with all due respect, you can take a step back, and I think you can say it's warranted. They've played really well. They've had success. They've had a national championship the last 3 years. But I think they're definitely flexing their muscles up there, specifically Kirk Cignetti, who has never shied away from a soundbite and voicing his opinion and being very. Do you call it, guys, confidence or cockiness?
Ooh, it's a thin line to go with. I think when you're the champ, go ahead and take your lap. Yeah. You know, no, I don't know if Indiana. I mean, how many of us think Indiana's going to repeat?
Mm-hmm.
You know, they lost their quarterback. I think they'll be pretty decent, especially when you look at their schedule. That they'll be okay. But hey, when you're the champ, you're up on the mountain. Go ahead and scream a little bit.
Alyssa, it was the great Broadway Joe Namath and once said, "It ain't bragging if it's true." And in his case, it's very true. So it ain't bragging. It's not too braggadocious. It's not too cocky. I think cockiness and confidence, like Matt said, there's a pretty razor-thin margin right there. And just like Matt said, I mean, there's no reason why Kurt Cignetti shouldn't be able to take as many victory laps as he'd liked, because that Indiana program was a cellar dweller, and now they are on the top of the college football world. He can have his flowers, and he can take shots at pretty much whoever he'd like to, in my opinion.
Well, and he's always done that, though. This is not new. I mean, and he has always kind of been this kind of coach. Even when you go back to when he was at Elon, then he goes from Elon to James Madison. Now he's at Indiana. And I mean, you look back at his opening press conference and ask, like, why do you think you can win here? And Matt, you said it earlier, Google me. Just Google me. That's just how he's always been. And I'm surprised, Colton, when you said it, happy birthday, Mark Cuban. NIL donator to the University of Indiana football team.
He is.
I'm surprised.
Donator. Lots of money.
You didn't introduce him in that way.
I should have.
It's been a big part of why they've been able to build the success that they've had, because we all know it is all about money and how much you have of it. But let's pull up. Do we have his comments from yesterday? Let's play
The Big
those.
Ten is the best league in football. A lot of really good football teams. It's hard to win on the road. Very physical football teams, very well coached. It definitely prepares you for the playoffs. There's no doubt about it. The numbers speak for themselves. I mean, we don't run a hype machine up here in the Midwest. We believe everything's earned, not given. And when we fall short, we say we fell short. We don't cry a river, whine, and complain. All right? And that's why we're the best.
So who are we talking to? Who are we talking about here, old Sig?
I think he's talking about Laura Rutledge, unfortunately, which is she had some comments when she was talking the other day, which all respect to Laura Rutledge. She does a fantastic job at whatever she does. But she had some thoughts to say on, the SEC's tough path to college football playoff. Because now all we talk about, Alyssa, is why isn't the SEC back to what they were doing before college football playoff expanded and before this big run for the Big Ten? Kind of the excuse that we're using right now to defend the SEC is that, it's because the SEC is so tough. That's why they're losing all these games when it matters most. Which to me is backwards, because that's the whole reason why we propped up, why we were winning all those all those championships from the SEC, that big string of it. How is the SEC winning championships every year? Because they play a tough schedule. You can't change it now to the reason why you're losing these big games is because you'd play a tough schedule. It's a little bit backwards. So I think Signetti took a little bit of issue with that.
I'm all for a Big Ten SEC kickoff either week 1, week 2.
Yeah.
You don't know who you're playing. You can do all home games in the SEC one year, then all road games in the SEC the next year, because you're not necessarily going to get matched up with the same. You might get back to back. You know what I'm saying? So if you just did it that way, you just who finished first in the conference. All right, that's who you play. Who finished second? That's who you play. And you don't know who you're going to play till the season's over, but then you know who you start your season with. I'd be all for that. I mean, think about the hype machine. Think about the money. That's what they're all about. Capitalistic nature. That would just be $100 million day if you had an SEC Big Ten kickoff to start the college football season every year.
And the two teams left over from the Big Ten, the 18 teams as compared to the 16 in the SEC, those two teams can play each other because nobody cares about Rutgers versus Purdue anyway. So that's what's going to happen. Fine.
Well, they can just go find another Power 4 team to play. Yeah, they'll. You don't have to make it a conference thing. Just go play somebody else. But Matt, Matt, if we've talked about that, you've brought that up before, and pulling up the standings right here from 2025, Indiana would play Georgia, Ohio State would play Alabama, Oregon, Ole Miss, Michigan, A&M, USC, Texas, Iowa, Oklahoma, Illinois, Vandy, Minnesota, Missouri, Washington, Tennessee, Nebraska, LSU, Northwestern, Kentucky, Penn State, Florida, UCLA, Auburn, Rutgers, Mississippi State, and then after Rutgers, Wisconsin, South Carolina, Maryland, and Arkansas.
Maryland, there we go. We could beat Maryland.
So that's what that would look like. But, and this is what Aaron Torres was kind of talking about too. And you talk about what Laura was talking about on a comment she made talking with Pat McAfee about the strength of schedule and playing 6 games and teams being gassed and those kind of things. Felt like those were a little premature because they haven't had a 9-game conference schedule yet. But to what Aaron Torres was trying to say is the bottom of the SEC is not as strong as the bottom of the Big Ten. And that was the argument that people are making is when you look at the bottom half of your league isn't as strong as our league. So is the Big Ten right now where we sit on July 31st, 2026, a better, stronger league than the SEC?
100% yes. They've won 3 in a row.
So why are people so opposed to, and I think this is what Kurt Zigzag is saying. If we're not that good right now, we say we're not that good right now. Why are people making excuses for the SEC? Why can't they just say, you know what? We got work to do.
I don't know who these people are. It's making excuses. I don't know if they just don't know how to accept it. Denial. I don't know but if your conference won 3 straight national championships by 3 different teams in your conference, you are the best. That's just, it doesn't, if you want to, we can say, hey, let's look back the last 20 years, SEC would still be better. We have more championships but the last 5 years, the Big Ten's been the best. And we got to live in the present.
You have to pay attention to who's saying these things. For example, Laura Rutledge, great journalist, does a fantastic job, but she's employed by ESPN, who's, owned by ABC, owned by Disney. They're responsible for the SEC coverage of college football. So, of course, they're going to get up there and stump by the SEC no matter what. Anybody else that may work for CBS or any outlets like that who cover the Big Ten have their TV rights. They're going to talk about how good and great the Big Ten is. Kind of like Matt said, it's all capitalistic. It all goes back to who's getting a paycheck, dollars and cents, and everything else like that. It's SEC versus Big Ten to me. I said this the other day. It's a stupid argument because who cares? It's not a geographical thing anymore. It's just, a collection of teams. And if they break away, they break away. But I don't know why we have to sit up here and defend the SEC. They had not helped Arkansas any at all.
Well, I just know as a girl who went to an ACC school and grew up on I can't sit here and say that the ACC is a better conference because I know that that's not right. It doesn't matter where I went to school and what I say. I've followed the ACC since I was a little girl because my dad liked North Carolina basketball. But I dang well know that conference is struggling. I couldn't even tell you, they're not even the best basketball conference anymore when they used to be. No questions asked. Why can't people just say, you know what? Yes, the Big Ten is the best team. And I know we can't all agree, right? Everyone wants their own opinions. But this doesn't feel like this is a hard argument to have, yet everyone is so stressed out over the Big Ten and the SEC and whose muscles are bigger right now.
Ooh, I'm telling you, week one, I know we talked a little bit yesterday about some of the week one games. That Clemson versus LSU game, week one, I mean, that is so tasty. Lane Kiffin's first game, Dabo Swinney, is he still got it? What would the headlines be if the Clemson Tigers beat LSU Tigers to start the season? Would that just not be a free fall?
And they could.
They could.
And they could.
It would be an.
I'd love that.
Would that be as Arkansas fans would love that or hate that? Because that means that a Chad Morris run offense just beat LSU.
It's just this stuff writes itself. It's just a different narrative. It makes me no difference.
Sure.
We play LSU the last game of the year this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that matters right there. And it's going to be different. We play Texas and LSU at the end of the season. You don't know what version of those teams you're going to get because if either one of those teams already has 3 losses, you might not. Those could be winnable games for Arkansas because they're already going to be out of the playoff contention. So you don't know. Those games could look a lot different once we get there.
Low Bid Hacker and Harrison said this, and I know, but here I want to get your opinion because I see kind of what he's trying to say, but I don't agree with it. 2026, the only time in the last 5 NFL drafts the Big Ten had more first-round picks than the SEC, 10-7.
Well, you get 2 more teams.
In 2022 and 2026, SEC had 4 more total draft picks than the Big Ten every single draft. I don't think draft picks mean anything.
Doesn't mean squat.
That doesn't mean a dang thing at all. Okay, so it's not about talent, which then you could argue if you're that talented of a league, you should be winning more games. So why aren't you winning with the talent that you have? This is all about the talent that the NFL thinks that they can build off and develop from. And there are plenty of guys who didn't play or didn't get a ton of playing time that get drafted in the NFL and go on and have great NFL careers. So the draft, if we want to sit here and talk about draft picks, save your breath because that's got nothing to do with wins and losses.
Arkansas had 4 or 5 guys drafted last year. What should
they won 2 games?
They won 2 games. 2 games. One of which was against a school that you've never even played before on the football field in Arkansas State, who didn't even belong on the field with you. Then you lost 10 consecutive games. Nobody cares about how many draft picks the SEC has.
No.
They get their ass kicked when it matters most the last 3 years. So who cares?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you, man. That doesn't matter. But everyone
and I
wants
like
to
Hacker. Hacker's a great texter. He's a very nice guy, but that's a stupid take.
It doesn't hold any weight in the argument we're currently having. It holds no weight whatsoever. So, but it'll be interesting. I was trying to look up, and I got distracted by that text. And we have Charlie on the line, so we can take a break to get some lunch and get back with Charlie. Where is that LSU Clemson game? Is that a neutral site game?
It's been a neutral site game the last couple of years.
Isn't it? Didn't they do it home and home at one point? Wasn't it Home and Home?
Them. I usually remember
I
them
thought it was always
playing
in Atlanta.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me, I'm going to look that up. We're going to take a break and join Charlie on the other end.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle. The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, then Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fifth Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
At Hardee's, we don't love bragging about the size of our original bag, but we do love bringing you the juicy charbroiled double cheeseburger, melty hot ham and cheese sandwich, crispy ham-breaded chicken tender wrap, or spicy chicken sandwich. All full-size choices, all faves. Plus, get fries and a drink, and all starting at just $5.99. When it comes to value, bigger is better. The original bag starting at just $5.99. Only at Hardee's. Price may vary. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Not valid with any other offer, discount, or combo.
Championship caliber teams like the Razorbacks rely on proven performers. So do smart businesses. That's why Datamax proudly partners with Kyocera Office Technology, recognized by Keypoint Intelligence for delivering the industry's most consistent color performance. Kyocera is built for reliability, security, and results you can count on. Combined with the local service and support you've trusted for years, it's a winning combination for your business. Datamax. Relevant technology, raving results.
At Dobson Fiber, we're helping you build stronger connections by bringing the fastest internet network available to your business. Why fiber? Fiber internet provides reliable, symmetrical, blazing speeds. Without any interruptions or buffering, you can rely on Dobson for all your data needs. With Dobson Fiber as your premium internet provider, you can focus on the things that matter and the connections you build. To see if fiber is available to you, visit Dobson.net. Dobson Fiber, building stronger connections.
When you need legal help, turn to the law offices of Craig L. Cook. With over 40 years combined experience, the Cook Law Team works for you. If you've been injured in an auto accident, hurt on the job, a victim of nursing home negligence, or need help with bankruptcy, Social Security, wills, trusts, estates, or family law issues, Craig Cook will go to work for you. Call us today, 479-783-8000. The law offices of Craig L. Cook with locations in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We work for working people.
Ace has always been the helpful place, and now we're even more helpful by offering instant savings to Ace Rewards members. Not a member? Just sign up at Metters Lumber Ace Hardware to start saving right at the register. Right now, you can get $80 off DeWalt Atomic 20-volt brushless impact and driver kits, or $50 off select Ego outdoor power equipment after instant savings with your Ace Rewards card. Ace, the helpful place. Must be an Ace Rewards member to receive instant savings. Available through the end of the month. See participating stores for details.
What could you do with $10,000? Well, now's as good a time as any to find out. It's time for our very first Wrath Big Ath 10K Summer Giveaway, brought to you by Wrath Auto Resources. Just visit us at 4515 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith and enter to win $10,000. While you're here, check out any one of our great road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles, inspected, reconditioned, and backed by comprehensive warranty. It's the Wrath Big Ath 10K Summer Giveaway, brought to you by Wrath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, WrathAutoFortSmith.com. No purchase necessary, and see dealer for complete rules.
The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Hello, yeah, it's been a while. Not much. How about you? Not sure why I called. I guess I really just wanted to talk to you. And I was thinking maybe later on we could get together for a while. It's been such a long time and I really do miss your smile. I'm not talking about moving in, and I don't want to change your life. But there's a warm wind blowing and the stars around, and I'd really love to see you tonight.
Welcome back to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Now let's get back to Halftime with Arkansas football legend Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
I just really want to let these songs just play out for as long as possible, Colton. This is
pay lots of money for the music.
This is the vibe that I need heading into the weekend. Like the vibe I didn't know I needed heading into the weekend.
Matt Jones always knows. He always knows how to set
Just,
the vibe.
I mean,
It's timeless. That's right.
It is. It is. And it just, I don't know, like, how do you listen to this music and not be in a great mood?
You don't have a soul or your Aaron Torres.
Right. No. We won't do that to him. No. But
His own
no.
admission that he doesn't like music.
No,
That's
it's fine.
He didn't have a soul, just he doesn't like music.
I think that's what you did in a roundabout way. Does Charlie, how you feeling on this Friday? What do you think of our musical choices today?
Listen, I know Matt Jones is always coming with the heat when it comes to being a DJ over there. I mean, that's DJ Jones.
DJ Laser.
He can do it. I mean, he's always bringing it. So I'm feeling it. I like the song too.
Hey, what about
guys,
your boy Dax Prescott talking about they have a nickname, talking about their Gotti on their offensive side? They just don't go to Sparks Steakhouse, huh?
The offense can talk, but look, I like Dak and his confidence. You know, the way the offense played last year. If I'm him, why not? But if I'm him, I darn sure don't trust the defense yet, as bad as they were last year. We'll see. I think Dak, he's a confident guy. And look, to touch on what you guys were talking about, Colton, I'm kind of with you. Like, it's like, we can all sit here and really have these debates, but do they really matter at the end of the day? What's been happening the last few years when these SEC teams have matched up with these teams from the Big Ten? Like, Tennessee got bludgeoned by Ohio State. Was that last year?
2 years ago.
Am I correct on that? They just got their butts kicked, and I think, and then, you think about that, Alabama just getting absolutely destroyed by Indiana. It's not just the fact that Indiana or these Big Ten teams have been winning the championship. They're kicking the SEC's butts in some of these big games, and I think the performance of the SEC in the postseason since the 12 team, did it come out 3 years ago or two? Or am I? There's 2 years ago it started, Matt, or three?
After the 2023 season, remember, Charlie, I'm still bitter about it.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that. I do remember now. That does pop in my head. But no. Okay. I just think right now, look, the Big Ten has proven that, what, they're better right now. And for the SEC, like, I think even Nick Saban, I get the argument of saying like 8 through 16 or whatever. Yeah, okay, fine. That's probably true. Definitely, the SEC's 8 through 16 is probably better than the Big Ten's 8. But no one really gives a crap about those. I mean, I'm just being real. No one really cares about those teams. Everybody's talking about the ones who are making it to the Final 12. No one. It doesn't matter. I mean, I come from the era. At the end of the day, talk is cheap. Go prove it. I mean, if anybody deserves to talk, right, it's Kirk Cignetti, who, by the way, I know you guys have seen the movie Miracle Hockey. The coach, does he not sound just like him?
He does.
To me, he does. Mm-hmm. Exactly like that guy, man. I love the accent, and all that. Kurt is the guy that, that's been under Saban, and Saban can have his opinion, but Saban had a lot of guys. Ryan Day too, I think. So, look, the Big Ten has proven themselves. I do think they are extremely top heavy. Now, where was Illinois ranked last year? Because I know I heard Bielema say something too.
To start the year?
No. I mean, like when they finished the year, what they finish in the Big Ten last year? Illinois.
Oh, Illinois. Yeah, hold on. I'll tell you 1 second.
Were they like fourth or something like that?
We just looked this up, so.
Yeah.
Right here.
The
They
reason.
were
Seventh. Finished for seventh
Seven.
overall, 9-4 overall, and they beat Tennessee last year in a bowl game.
Okay. Now, I do agree with that, but I will say this: I don't think that Illinois has a. I mean, Bielema, he just be. I think some coaches do just be talking and promoting their conference in general. He was talking when he was in the SEC too, so that's Bielema. But Signetti, if he wants to talk, go ahead. Ron Day, you want to talk? But hey, Lane Kiffin, I mean, you're a great coach, but go win it or shut up. So that's the way I feel about it. I'm with you, Colton. I mean, that's just the way I am. I'm passionate about it. I might go on a rant too, so let me hush. Anyways, y'all have a good weekend.
Thank you for the call, Charlie.
Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate you. I was going to ask him about his boy, Tony Romo. It's okay.
The SEC versus the Big. Look, is it uncouth to say that maybe this is happening now because everybody's allowed to pay players as opposed to just the SEC doing it back in the day? Am I allowed to say that without getting in trouble? Because that was very obviously what was happening.
SMU started it.
I understand that SMU started it with Pony Express, and I get all that. But over this whole string of SEC, national championships since the turn of the last century, it's fairly obvious to me that there were lots and lots of players at SEC schools getting money under the table. And as much as Nick Saban would just be beside himself to admit that, whether it be at Alabama, LSU, Florida, Georgia, wherever it may be, now that it's all fair and legal, people with real money are actually in charge now and in the Big Ten, and they're able to donate money. Because how has the saying been the last couple of years? SEC alumni and donators, they own car lots, and then Big Ten alumni and donators own car manufacturers. It's a completely different playing field now. And
I've never heard that.
That's the
That
truth,
is
though.
so
That's
true.
That's the truth. That's the truth. And I think that's a big part of this that we are probably either too afraid or, not ready to admit yet is some of this transition of power between the SEC and the Big Ten is because now everybody can pay everybody, and it's not just the people in the SEC making backroom deals under the table.
Yeah, it's not just the Yellowwood guy down at Auburn.
We need more transparency.
The Yellowwood guy.
There needs to be more, like, it's all we hear is, it's like we're saying LSU has a $40 million roster. Well, so does Ohio State. Who's actually spending more money, the Big Ten or the SEC now?
Did you see that Jeremiah Smith said that he was offered $10 million to leave Ohio State?
I believe
he didn't.
it.
Isn't that crazy? $10 million.
That's whenever we weren't doing the show yet, Alyssa, but whenever Caitlin Clark left a year early, she still had a year of eligibility. I was like, bro, college. I've never talked more about women's college basketball and the history of women's college basketball. Somebody should pay that girl $10 million to come back. She's going to make more money coming back to be a college athlete for another year. That WNBA will always be there. I think she made the right decision, but she could have came back, and man, that would have been she'd have been the LeBron James of women's college basketball.
She would have been. Well, and that's the thing. Like, you could have easily had her stay at Iowa.
She could still have her State Farm commercials.
1 year less of toxic drama in the WNBA, too, she had to deal with.
That whole thing is just why I still don't understand, quite frankly, what's going on. Like, I
Kim
haven't
Lawson's
followed it enough. But I'm telling you, I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on over there with that league and like what the whole like Caitlin Clark issue is. If anyone knows, please call in and explain it to me, because I don't understand it. I don't know what's going on. But that's the thing. I think you're right, Colton. It is about the money and the distribution of money and where it's coming from. But again, we've talked about this too. You have to look at that shift that money has created in this NIL world that we live in, and your traditional Southern national brands, that weight that they carried. The brand itself, to play for Alabama, to play for even a Notre Dame, to play for Florida State, to play for an LSU, to play for a Miami, to play for a Texas. Those brands, just the weight they carry themselves isn't as heavy as it used to be because money becomes a factor. And that's why schools like an Indiana can get the players that they're getting. And it helps that brands like Michigan and Ohio State have the money they do, and they have the brand, and it's a win-win for them. But you can't just tout the logo on the side of your helmet.
I'm with you 100%. And geographically, too, I think people get caught up in this, oh, we're the South. We love football more than anything. The South is football, and that's all it's ever going to be. Football, football, football. People, the cradle of football in itself in America is right there in the Ohio River Valley, in Ohio, in Pennsylvania, in Illinois, in Indiana, in places where the Big Ten is. It's not like those people, those fans, those kids aren't putting helmets on their little kids when they're 4 years old, putting a football in their hand and saying, go run for a touchdown. We get so absorbed in this fact that we're the SEC, and it just means more that nobody else could ever touch us when it comes to our passion. And maybe that's true with what you see sometimes on game days and Saturdays, just how, people show up in droves for their favorite college football team. But it's not like the South is just this unique place where everybody cares about football way more than everybody else in the part of the country. It started in Ohio.
Yeah. It's money. It's money. Money, money, money. Show me the money. That's it. That's all it is money.
If you have a little money, you can stop by Flyway Brewery Company and get yourself something to eat today. That'd be a really nice treat, especially because the weather is supposed to cool off a little bit this weekend all across the state. A great place to stop by this weekend. Flyway Brewery Company right there off Zion Road in Fayetteville. Great food, fresh beer, all the action. They've got crisp, cold beer ready for you whenever your workday wraps up. They've got a fantastic menu for you, whether it be for dinner or for lunch. Plenty of space for private dining or to host everybody in your office for a nice lunch meeting. Stop by Flyway Brewing Company today. Fayetteville on Zion Road. Make it your next stop. Should be fun, and I would love to go out there today, get myself a nice cold beer after work. I've been getting way too heated today. I need to chill out in the third hour.
Yeah, no, you're good. Hey, you kind of gotten heated all week. I don't hate it.
I've been away from my family all week. So,
bring the passion and bring the. There you go.
I'm on edge.
I hear you. I understand that completely. But no, I appreciate the passion you be bringing to the airwaves, Colton. I appreciate it. Hey, anything passionate about the NFL you want to talk about? Let's talk NFL after the break.
I think we're going to do that. 8th grade.
This is halftime.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
But my question is, this might be crazy. Who is Colton Little? And
this is halftime.
The good old summertime is here, and Jelco Outdoors is having a good old summertime sale on all summer clothing. Save up to 50% off on select Ariat, Burlebo, Drake, Habit, Hook, Local Boy, and Wrangler clothing. Check out the best deal in town on Ariat and Wrangler blue jeans. Buy 2 pair, get a 3rd free. Bow hunters, come see us for getting your bow ready. Great deals on Elite, Hoyt, and Matthews bows. Close out the summer with savings at Jelco Outdoors. Remember, work, fish, hunt. That's what we do at Jelco Outdoors in Fort Smith.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
Call Brad Howe in Van Buren or call Ryan Hughes in Fort Smith. The best Tex-Mex and even better service is at Joe's Grill and Cantina in Fort Smith. Every day, Joe's Grill makes fresh from scratch salsas, queso dip, and guacamole with crispy warm chips to start your meal. Plus fajitas, enchiladas, tacos, burritos, and more that will make your experience one you won't forget. Great Tex-Mex and even better service. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
For generations, Hardscrabble Country Club has been the heart of great golf in Fort Smith. For 100 years, it's where families connect, friendships grow, and traditions are passed down. From its historic fairways to the welcoming community, Hardscrabble is more than a club. It's home. Join us as we celebrate a century of memories and create new ones together. Hardscrabble Country Club. Tradition lives here.
Summer is here and adventure is calling. Visit Southern Tire Mart for a new set of Yokohama tires to get your vehicle ready for summer travels. Southern Tire Mart is your trusted partner for top quality tires, professional services, and competitive pricing. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let Southern Tire Mart ensure your vehicle is ready for the open road. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
The spring allergy and hay fever seasons are here, and Law's Drugstore has what you need to safely take care of you and your family. Law's Drugstore can fill and refill your prescriptions, and they have all of the over-the-counter allergy remedies to provide comfort. Call 452-6116 and ask about vaccine shot appointment for shingles, pneumonia, COVID, and whooping cough. Law's Drugstore, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind the Outback Steakhouse. Law's Drugstore, open 6 days a week to safely care for you and your family.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game.
ESPN 95.3.
Lido missed the boat that day, he left the shack. But that was all he missed, and he ain't coming back. Strong out and the dreams on top. Just next stop, shot.
Halftime on 93.7 in Northwest Arkansas, 95.3 in Fort Smith and the River Valley, 96.3 in Hot Springs and Central Arkansas, 104.3 in Harrison and Mountain Home, and everywhere on hitthatline.com. Join the conversation. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Now, here's Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
All right, moving right along here on halftime. If you get a chance, check out what Bath Makeover of Arkansas has going on. It is a 60-60-60 sale. That's right, 60% off installation of a new bathtub and shower. They have a 60-month financing option available, as well as senior and military discounts. $60 Visa gift card with bathtub or shower purchase. And a bonus spin, you get a free $50 Walmart gift card with a free in-home estimate. They are local Arkansas business installing American-made bathtub showers and walk-in tubs. They're an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Expert installation is in as little as 1 day. Lifetime product warranty, 5-year workmanship warranty. 3 showrooms across the state, Little Rock, Harrison, El Dorado. That's 1-800-NEW-BATH, 1-800-NEW-BATH.
And we're going to be up in Harrison next week.
Twice.
Hanging out with them. So it'll be fun. Woo. Looking forward to that as well. You know, I've never spent a ton of time up there.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to have to
get... It's a lot like the Northern Hot Springs, you know, kind of got the woods and the lakes and the creeks, and it's like, it's beautiful. Beautiful country.
Nice. No, I'm looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun going up there and spending some time up there with our friends at Bath Makeover and getting to know a little Harrison. So, hey, you know, I'm a food person. I'm a restaurant girl. So if there's somewhere to eat up in Harrison, let me know. Where am I going? I got to eat. Hey, let's talk some NFL. By the way, I was going to ask Charlie about our boy Tony Romo, placed on leave by CBS after his arrest.
I think he's
indefinitely.
Already been replaced. I think TJ Watt is the next. That's who they've already.
JJ Watt. Yes.
Sorry. They've already replaced him. Yep.
Well, here's the thing though. Like, I think Tony Romo was very, very good at his job on the broadcast booth.
I heard this earlier today. that when he showed up, he had gusto and he was really doing all his responsibilities. And they said the last year or two, he's just been relying on his talents and hasn't been. And this is just what they're coming out and saying. So who knows that he hasn't really been the company man, so to speak. And so then you do something like this. And, you know, a guy like that, Tony Romo, you're making $8 million a year to do what he does. Like, it's not like it's a peanuts job. I mean, to be that main guy, number one for him for CBS, you're getting $500,000 every 2
with
weeks.
Jim Nantz.
Yeah.
Well, you remember, Matt, when he first came on, the thing that everybody was just enamored with was he was telling you exactly what was going to happen.
Well, he knew all the
ball was
coaches
even
and he
snapped.
played all those teams. Yeah.
He understood what was happening, and he was able to translate that really well. But you're 100% spot on when you say the last couple of years, he doesn't seem like he was nearly as prepared as he used to be. And when you're the number one guy on that network with next to Jim Nantz, you have to be prepared because he is the consummate professional. And it's probably a good thing that they got J.J. Watt to do it now because you know anything about J.J. Watt, he's a preparation over anything type of guy. So it sucks for Tony Romo, but he'll probably end up getting a little slap on the wrist and end up having to call just worse games for CBS later on down the road.
How about Deebo Samuels signing a 1-year deal with the 49ers? You were mentioning Kyle Shanahan earlier. But that was a name that I kind of forgot that he was still out there playing out of South Carolina. Got a 1-year deal with the 49ers.
Yeah, he went to the Redskins or the Commanders for a little bit. Side note, J.J. Watt, you know how we talk about soccer. He's a part owner of Burnley FC in the Premier League. So that's pretty cool. Deebo Samuel, about 4 years ago, Alyssa, was just as good as any number 2 receiver on any team. He was tough. He's physical. He's kind of been banged up a little bit, kind of a journeyman. It's what happens when your knees and ankles and toes and everything kind of you get a little bit older. But Debo's he's still got a little. I think he's got a little bit left in him. That San Francisco division's so tough this year.
He'll be a welcome, party back there.
He's a great teammate. Like he loves. Yeah, exactly.
That'll be cool. We'll see what he does out there. We'll just see in general what the 49ers look like here in the coming days. We talked about Baker Mayfield making comments. What?
They'll beat Arizona.
I was about to make a very bad joke, and I'm not going to do it. So
okay.
Talking about seeing the 49ers. I don't know if the
coach will be able to see them.
Come
on.
I'm still punching
I walked
up.
right
He
into
makes
that
$1 million.
one.
I don't care. Drive better.
Okay. I walked into that one. Wow, drive better. Jeez.
Hey, look, drive safer.
You are on fire.
No,
You're on fire.
I need a cigarette. That's what I need.
Clearly.
I'm about to go out there and steal
Go
one.
take a cigarette break and come back and join us. Hey, we talked about Baker Mayfield, and Matt, this kind of goes back to your point where I want this conversation to go is there's not 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL. When you look at guys who can play and be elite. And Baker Mayfield feels like a guy that you should invest in. So what are the Bucks doing down in Tampa right now?
Ooh, the Glaziers, huh? They own the Bucks. You gotta be. He's the guy that's following Tom Brady. I think they got extremely lucky getting Baker Mayfield when they did. You look at some of the guys that have been bouncing around and where he's been. I'm a Baker Mayfield fan. I think he's a B+ quarterback. I don't think he's an A. I don't. I think he does have some limitations. Now, is he feisty? Is he fiery? Is he the ultimate competitor? Yes, that helps make up for some of his limitations. But no, Baker is definitely not in the category of 32 NFL quarterbacks that can't start. Like, he is one. He's a legitimate NFL starting quarterback, 100%. Is he in that top tier? No, he's not in the top tier. But he's in that second tier. He's in that second group of guys. So I'm a Baker Mayfield fan. I've always been a Baker Mayfield fan. I think he's a great teammate. He's fiery. You can tell it means something to him. He's passionate. I like it when players are honest. When he came out and said they're going to pay. They might not pay this year, but they'll pay next year. I'm going to go out and prove it. Hey, whatever works. Maybe they do something like what Jerry did with Dak. Maybe week 6 they sign him. Maybe it's during the middle of the season that they give him that re-up. But yeah, what are you going to do if he leaves? If they don't sign him and he does have a good year, I think he'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, he was injured a little bit last year. They had back-to-back NFC South titles the past 2 years prior to 2025. And so for him to say, he's disappointed and feels disrespected, thinking, he's kind of earned some things and that what they presented him for the Bucks was not an appealing offer whatsoever. And those are his words. So it's interesting, when you look about quarterbacks and how valuable they are. Exactly, does Tampa Bay, are they looking to the future?
Well,
do they not want to spend that money because maybe they want to go get Arch Manning potentially out of the draft, or Dante Moore out of the draft next year?
Yeah, I guess based on potential. My question would be, did they offer him over $100 million guaranteed over the next 4 years? If they did, then he's in the wrong. If somebody's going to give you $100 million guaranteed, what are we doing, man? Go sign like what Orgeron said. You're going to give me $14 million to leave. Which door do you want me to walk out of? So what's he going to get? Is he going to get 120 guaranteed from somebody else next year by holding out? I don't know. I would think that Tampa took his third team. He kind of revitalized his career. Man, if they're giving you 3 digits right there, guaranteed money, 4, 5, 6 years, whatever they're doing, I think Baker should have signed it.
Mm-hmm. Well, so according to sources looking at this article, they're offering the final days of negotiation 2-year deal. We're slightly over $100 million in total.
So 2 years, $100 million. I was thinking 4 years. Yeah, that's 2 years. Wow.
2 years, $100 million.
So
and
probably
he said, and he called that disrespectful.
2 years. That's just he's kind of thinking a little highly of himself.
Sure.
I think.
Well, he said, you continue to look at this. He wanted a little bit of a longer commitment, but then started using comps of Jordan Love and Trevor Lawrence and Brock Purdy and what they're making a year.
Well, I guarantee you this: at the end of the year, somebody will offer him a 5-year deal. So
maybe the Dolphins.
Somebody will 100 because what is he in his 9th year? He has another 5 years playing at this level.
Yeah, maybe the Dolphins, depending on what Malik Willis does down there. I'm not even reading anything about training camp in the Dolphins. Like, I have my app on, and I get notifications from ESPN based on the teams that I like, and anything that comes in from the Dolphins, I just ignore.
Don't read it, Alyssa.
I don't read it.
It's glazing the new GM and the new head coach. A great best pairing in history. And it's
so and so. No, I don't even.
Open your mouth. Don't read it.
No, it's just like so and so had a great day at practice. Don't care. Don't care. I don't even want to learn your name. Like, I don't even want to learn your name.
You're a number until you make a play. That's just
right.
how it goes. You're the number until you make a play.
The only person on that team is named Devon Achane. Everyone else does not matter. I don't want to read about it. I don't want to care about it. I don't know. I can't do it to my heart. You know what I mean? I can only take so much football.
I'm a little interested in what's going on with the Browns. I think Shedeur Sanders might be their starting quarterback this year. Do you think we're going to start him because we know we won't win, and they got their eye on, kind of like what Aaron said, like maybe they got their eye on the kid at Oregon, maybe they got their eye on Arch Manning. This next year's quarterback draft class is supposed to be better as far as deeper than last year's quarterback draft class.
That's true. And again, it kind of just depends. Like, I think a lot of people are high on Dante Moore out at Oregon, and that makes sense. But what is CJ Carr going to do at Notre Dame? What does Arch Manning look like after another season that was somewhat disappointing last year for him as the full-time starter? What does he look like at Texas?
Yeah.
John Mateer. What does John Mateer look like exactly? And then you talk about Mensa that Miami just stole from Duke to replace Carson Beck. What does he look like? And I always feel like there's going to be a quarterback, kind of going back to college football, that we're not talking about yet.
I agree with you.
Someone is going to, and maybe, I don't know, maybe it comes out of the SEC and Lenora Sellers or Trinidad Chambliss, or maybe it's Sam Levitt. No one has seen Sam Levitt play at LSU or even take practice because he's been recovering from an injury. But there's always going to be a quarterback or two that we're not talking about yet.
Well, and
like a Fernando Mendoza.
You give me better players, I play better. That's the thing with Sam Levitt. You put better players around him. Well, I know Arizona State had a really amazing receiver last year in the draft. It was a first rounder. But you're talking about LSU, who is year in, year out in the top 5 and just oozing talent everywhere.
Yeah, I want to man, you say that. So I just saw this. I'm going to pull it up. Sam Levitt spoke for the first time as an LSU Tiger at a event, and he spoke in Baton Rouge, and it's here as I listen to it. but like on why he chose to transfer from ASU to LSU, but it really centered around wanting to put himself in the best place to go pro and the pieces around him. So we'll see exactly what he looks like week 1 against Clemson at home.
Let's go.
I don't even know who Clemson's quarterback is. I got to look that up. I don't even know who. That's a lie. I know who Florida State's quarterback is, but I forget his name all the time. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And we'll see exactly kind of what that looks like. Going back to Shedeur Sanders. I mean, at what point do you feel like you just make that move and then, tell Deshaun Watson to basically, go get a desk job?
Deshaun Watson doesn't ever have to get another job in his entire life.
Well, I meant like a speaking, like go be a commentator, go be a broadcaster.
I wonder I wonder the public perception of him doing a job like at CBS.
He can never do something.
Hey, I don't
No.
think he can. I don't think
No,
he could. No.
you guys are right. I don't think so either.
Not even just because of what he's done. I don't think he's that well spoken enough to be able to do that as
Probably
well.
so. Probably so. Let's take a break.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take a break. Remind you to download the East Side Liquor Halftime Podcast. Wherever you get your podcast, hitthatline.com, Hit That Line app, powered now by Taco Bell.
You can't come and not come and come and not come.
This is halftime.
Hey, Fort Smith, have you seen the all-new Bass Pro Shop outpost on Bass Pro Drive off Rogers Avenue? Step inside and check out the Pradco store within a store, where you can create something truly one of a kind. Pick from iconic lure shapes like the Booyah One Knocker or the Bandit 100, to name only a few. And have it custom autographed just the way you want it. It's fun, it's personal, and it's only at the brand new Bass Pro outpost. Swing by today and make your own custom lure.
Looking for a career with a company built to last? At Forsgren, we've been shaping the future of the River Valley since 1936. Nearly 90 years of excellence, innovation, and family-driven leadership. From sidewalks that still stand today to major infrastructure projects across the region, our legacy is built on quality and community. Apply now at goforsgren.com. Join the Forsgren legacy, where your work becomes part of something lasting. Forsgren, building the foundation of the River Valley for 4 generations. Apply now at goforsgren.com.
Since 1992, the Inn at the Mill has welcomed guests to experience the most unique place to stay when visiting Northwest Arkansas. Centrally located at the Johnson exit off I-49, the Inn at the Mill has established a rich tradition of comfort, convenience, and value. Whether it's the big game, business travel, a trip to Crystal Bridges, or a weekend getaway that brings you to Northwest Arkansas, the Inn at the Mill has a spacious room with ample space to spread out. And when I'm there on business, I appreciate the fast, free internet to keep me connected to work, and the laid-back European-style breakfast to start the day. Experience unique and different at the Inn at the Mill, just off I-49 at the Johnson exit. Call 479-443-1800 to make your reservation. That's 479-443-1800, or visit innatthemill.com. The Inn at the Mill, where the past meets the present.
When it's time to stock the bar, fill the cooler, or grab the perfect bottle, stop by River Point Wine and Spirits. You'll love our clean, organized store, full of all the best liquor, wine, and beer at the right price. At River Point, we're a family-owned business where customer service is always our priority. So come stock up for game night, date night, or the weekend ahead. Your journey, our spirit. River Point Wine and Spirits, Grand Avenue and I-540.
Smalls here. What if you could enjoy the flavor of a cocktail without the alcohol? Meet RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category that delivers bold taste and a warming sensation, but with 0 alcohol, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and 0 calories. So you can celebrate with friends, unwind after a long day, and wake up tomorrow feeling great. It's all the ritual of a drink without the regret. Discover RK at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, the spirit without the alcohol.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
You will never find a boring old burger at Art's Barbecue and Burgers in Fort Smith. Try the Wild West Burger, topped with a hotline, jalapenos, and Art's hot sauce. The Brisket Burger, with tender brisket and caramelized onions on top of their hand-patted burger. Or the famous Art Attack, with house bacon, smoked ham, an onion ring, and a fried egg. There are 10 different burgers to choose from, and they're all $1 off every Saturday. Art's Barbecue Burgers and more. Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle.
Don't worry, I've been lied to. I've been here many times before. Don't you worry, I'm the West End. I don't need this love.
Welcome back to Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Now let's get back to Halftime with Arkansas football legend Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
Welcome back here to Halftime as we wrap up Hour 2, getting ready to join Hour 3. We have Neil Atkinson of Bet Saracen joining us, talk a little bit about what's going on the Bet Saracen app and things that you can look to if you're into those kind of things. But we also have basketball on Flow Sports, and it's easy. I know it sounds scary, but just go to flowsports.com, Matt, download. And all you got to do is cancel before you get charged in 7 days. So when you look at what they need to do, just don't get hurt. You know what I mean? Just don't get hurt.
Have fun. You just want to see how they react to a little adversity. You want to see how they react playing with teammates. It's a little different. You know, I know you scrim. Sometimes it's nice just to play against somebody in a different colored uniform. Yeah, just kind of like you said, the little things. It's we'll see how it goes. I expect them to be athletic. You know, just kind of the calling cards of every John Calipari team. I think you're going to see kind of all the signs are there. And the one thing to remember and know and understand is right now doesn't matter. It's the building blocks right now. No way is this a finished product. And just enjoy it, like you said.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what these 5 that he puts out there on the court with all the depth. I think you're going to see Billy Richmond as a starter. You're probably going to see Jordan Smith as a starter. Maybe Cooper Bowser. Maybe. But it'll be interesting to see the 5 that Cal puts out there for this game. Yeah. Yep.
I would think
the kid from Georgia, Jeremiah Wilkinson. Yep. So I bet you kind of got that. Maybe you throw a J.J. Andrews or an Abdu Torre out there. We'll see. More halftime coming up after this. Stick around.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
For 250 years, America has been about freedom. The freedom to explore, to roam, and discover what's next. At Crabtree RV Center, that spirit goes back to 1950. Today, that spirit lives on with a team that puts customers first, no pressure, just honest help and real value. And right now, you'll find incredible pricing on new and pre-owned RVs, making freedom more affordable than ever. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 75 years.
The best Tex-Mex and even better service is at Joe's Grill and Cantina in Fort Smith. Every day, Joe's Grill makes fresh from scratch salsas, queso dip, and guacamole with crispy warm chips to start your meal. Plus fajitas, enchiladas, tacos, burritos, and more that will make your experience one you won't forget. Great Tex-Mex and even better service. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps. The good old summertime is here, and Jelco Outdoors is having a good old summertime sale on all summer clothing. Save up to 50% off on select Ariat, Burlebo, Drake, Habit, Hook, Local Boy, and Wrangler clothing. Check out the best deal in town on Ariat and Wrangler blue jeans. Buy 2 pair, get a 3rd free. Bow hunters, come see us for getting your bow ready. Great deals on Elite, Hoyt, and Matthews bows. Close out the summer with savings at Jelco Outdoors. Remember, work, fish, hunt. That's what we do at Jelco Outdoors in Fort Smith.
Sometimes I'm in a hurry. Stay in the slow lane, buddy. That's when I use the Sodies app to order my favorites and pick up in their drive-thru. They even offer a 10% discount on your first app order. Experience different at Sodies Wine and Spirits off I-540 on Phoenix Avenue.
Every day is worth celebrating at Uncorked. Cocktails, wine, craft beer, bourbons, and unbelievably great food. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodies.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, partly to mostly sunny skies. There's a slight chance of seeing a shower storm across the north. Temperatures in the low 90s north, upper 90s south. Chance of some showers and scattered storms tonight. The overnight low will drop down upper 60s to low 70s. And Saturday, back to sunshine, a high right around 80 north, 90 south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Green Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 36 days.
All the W's I've got, like wins. Come on.
Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
You can't run from this. I can't let them hide from me tonight.
Okay, it's a little bit long, and I think you flubbed on that last.
Did not flub at all.
No, it wasn't a flub.
There was no flub. It was not a flub.
And Matt Jones, all he does is make big plays.
Said you had very motivational words at halftime.
This loss really affected me. To say it's taking the wind out of my sails is an understatement.
Live from the Crabtree RV Center studios.
Really doesn't care about anything. He's a nihilist.
I'm big nothing.
It's only halftime. Matt Jones, don't be so cool, dude. Get you some.
Sports talk that doesn't sound like everyone else.
Are you a Leo? Is it go Leo Virgo?
I am a Leo.
With Alyssa Orange, Colton Little, and Razorback legend Matt Jones.
Just gonna lose it.
Hey, we'll be back after this.
No, we will. Let's take a break.
This is halftime.
Things I've learned on this Friday: don't put your bubbly in the freezer. Doesn't go well. I forgot that's in there.
Like the little can, like the can.
Yes,
bubbly?
and I just spilled it all over the floor.
Oh, you put it in the freezer.
I put it in the freezer because I wanted it to get cold quicker, and then I forgot it was in there.
Matt has a good stock of LaCroix in there in the fridge that's off limits to everybody
No,
else.
they're not off limits.
Well, I would never
They're
want
not
one.
off limits.
I would never want one, but Matt keeps his
sharing is
ice cold.
caring, man.
What flavor you got in there right now, Matt?
Always no flavor. Never do I.
Oh, you just like the sparkling water.
The San Pellegrino, like
Yeah.
7.8 bottles, whatever the metric system they use. Those are my
Yep.
favorites. Topo
Nice.
Chico. Yeah.
The little Topo
all in the
Chicos.
glass bottle, yep.
Yeah, I bought a Soda Stream.
Are those any good? Are those worth the
They are.
investment? I love
They are.
soda.
They are. Well, and
Look.
again, but I can just do carbonated water.
There we go.
So like you save the earth and not have to go through all those bottles.
Mm.
And you can just make yourself some sparkling water every day. You don't have to put any flavor in it.
Grapefruit, if I go flavor.
Ooh, grapefruit is good.
ones, yeah.
This one is currently an orange cream.
Oh, nice.
Of course.
Of course it is. Though the coconut ones are my favorite.
Ooh, I do love a good coconut.
I'm a coconut kind of girl. I have like coconut creamer, coconut dessert. All the coconut.
You like Almond Joy and Mounds?
I don't like the texture of actual coconut. I just like coconut flavors. My grandfather loved those things though.
I'm the same way with the watermelon. I don't like the texture of the watermelon itself, but the flavor I can't get enough of.
Yeah, I just my grandfather had those, because grandparents have weird candy, like my great grandmother always had those Andes mints, but they're, you know what I mean though,
the ones you
those
get at
Andes
Olive Garden?
mints, yeah. And then my grandfather always had Mounds or Almond Joys, or like my grandfather thought a Payday was a candy bar.
Isn't that just peanuts and caramel?
It's literally just peanuts and I'm like, that's not really a candy bar. It's like a wannabe Snickers without the chocolate.
What's the most old person candy out there? Is it Werther's?
It's just a mint.
Yeah, just a straight up Starlight.
Well, straight up mint.
Yeah.
Here's a candy. Here's a mint. Boys and girls. Yeah, like that they
Halloween.
pulled out of their pocket. That's been there for like 8 months. Right beside the handkerchief that our grandparents used to use. Like whose mine did.
To shake the handkerchief off to get the peppermint unstuck.
Yeah, he would like pull it out, blow his nose, put it back in his pocket. That was so gross. Just keep using it over and over again.
They wash them, I think. I hope. God, I
You'd
pray.
hope. I don't know. But I've been around enough men to know, like, how often are you washing that stuff?
Fair point.
There we go. Went on a little candy tangent. What's your favorite? Well, Matt, you'll eat a Skittle every now and then,
I
right?
like gummy worms.
Gummy worms.
I'm a lemon head guy when it comes to like sour candy and then chocolate candy. It's Twix all the way.
Twix.
Skittles,
Twix.
gummy worms.
Left
Yeah.
Twix.
Twix are good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Twix are good. I like Skittles. I like Skittles. I used to be big into Reese's cups. I'm just kind of out on that.
They're good. You just got to put them in the freezer. That's the only way to digest them now. After they're a little bit cold, kind of frozen, that's the best way to eat a Reese's.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris
That's
from
true.
Springdale has a great point here. The worst is circus peanuts. Oh, God. Those just keep growing in your mouth as you chew them. It's really hard to
the like
swallow.
orange things?
Yes. Ugh.
Oh.
It's a very old-fashioned candy, Chris. Thank you
Yes.
for that text.
Oh, those are gross. That just tastes
Peeps
like
are the worst. Everybody
Peeps.
gives
Peeps
those
are
out
terrible.
around.
Oh
Easter.
gosh,
Peeps are bad.
Peeps make my stomach turn.
Peeps are
I
very
like
bad.
those. You know those old school little like caramels with the little cream in the middle of them.
Werther's?
No,
Yeah.
they're like chewy, the flat with the white little cream.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Those things. Those things are good. Those might be my little guilty pleasure. I could buy a bag of those and
I never see a bag of
eat
those
'em.
for sale, but old people always have them in their house.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I think like at gas stations now they're in that like buy one get one free for $1 pile. We went to Walgreens the other day. Candy corn people? Are we candy corn people?
No thanks.
No.
Ooh, see, I love candy
They're
corn too.
okay. They're okay. It makes me feel gross after I eat a handful.
Yeah. So
I
candy
like the
corn is
pumpkin version better. The little
well.
pumpkins.
Here we go with my story. So the candy corn is out at Walgreens, and Bella wanted a bag of candy, and I'm a pushover, so she wanted the pumpkins, the orange pumpkins. So I bought her a bag, and that chick ate the whole thing in an hour,
Oh, there we go.
and then wanted to say that her tummy hurt.
At being 5, that's life at its peak, right? Yeah.
I was like,
Give me a bag of candy.
that's right, Whoppers.
Not
Whoppers.
quite old fashioned enough, but I do like. I think Whoppers are okay. The little
You like
melted milk balls.
Whoppers?
They're
Ugh.
okay.
Bella
They're
likes those
okay.
too. They're gross.
Graham and Prairie Grove says another old fashioned candy we're forgetting. The one that's just a strawberry in the wrapper. That is very, very old fashioned. Charleston Chew, also an old fashioned candy.
Oh yeah, those things, or those little cowtails.
Black
Those are good.
licorice. Ugh.
Yeah, you know the best place to get some of those old fashioned candies are Cracker Barrel.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Cracker
it
Barrel
is.
a good place to get candy.
And food in general, but we digress. Buy one get one for $1 sounds like a promotion Hunter would run. Thank you, Gavin. We've been nice to Hunter. We just haven't talked about him. That's why.
He hasn't said anything to give us reason to talk about. Thank goodness.
He has not. Well, he got new lights.
Yeah, good for him. Good for the team.
They got new lights, so they got that going for him.
I saw a video someone posted the other day when they were testing them out after they put them up, and it looked pretty good.
No, the lights are gonna look awesome. Like I laugh, but truly, I've been someone who's been so critical about what the game day atmosphere is like at Arkansas football games, and that they need to continue to pick up their game because they're slacking, and every other SEC away team and stadium that I've been to just wipes the floor with Arkansas. So I cannot hate on them for thus getting new lights, right?
Mm-hmm.
When are you going to use said lights? I don't know, but hopefully sooner rather than later. We just maybe next season, but at least they have them now.
They're gonna look good for that upcoming Shabuzi concert. I'm sure they'll have on the slate coming up.
You know what? And I will go to that.
I hope that you do.
I will.
By the way, this is just Alyssa. We get plenty of text here when we talk about sports stuff, but we've just gotten tons and tons and tons and tons of text here about candy as well. People wanted to know what the hell is caramel. It's caramel. Technically not true, but I understand where you're coming from. Rolos. Also, an old
Rolos are
candy.
good.
Rolos
Oh,
are
you know
good.
what I love? You know what I eat? Milk duds.
Oh, those are good.
Milk duds are
good.
so
And I
good.
don't care how close they are to pulling my teeth straight out of my gums. I will continuously eat milk duds.
Did Ben
Austin
ever
and
get rid of
Springdale.
his tooth that he was trying? That's what I was
Not yet.
Give him,
No,
give
not
him
yet.
some
It's
milk
still there.
duds.
Big old box of milk duds. They'll be
And
out.
he won't. I know he won't
He
let
might
me
swallow
touch
it,
it.
but yeah.
And it's still loose over there, and he wiggles it and wiggles it. The problem is he doesn't know he has a dentist appointment on Monday, so if he doesn't get it out, they will. And luck he's with his dad next week, so his dad can deal with that meltdown. Oh my God! Did you see those little candies that look like strawberries?
Yes.
Those
are
things.
old-fashioned. Yes.
That has got old people written all over it.
A guy from Harrison said sugar daddies, which I will also pair with sugar babies as well. That was my Pawpaw Bush's favorite candy as well. Austin and Springdale said Smarties. I do like Smarties, and the best use of Smarties is to crush them up and then roll them up and pretend that you're smoking while you blow the Smartie powder out. Did that a lot in elementary school. And got in trouble quite a bit. Bit-O Honey, said Greg from Fort Smith. Greg
Bit-O
from Fort
Honeys.
Smith, he said at Atwoods they have all the old-fashioned candy for sale as well. So you can go to Atwoods. Greg, they still have baby chicks at Atwoods. So you can get baby chicks or rabbits and then a bunch of old-fashioned candy too.
And candies. Sour gummy bears. You know, I like gummy bears in my ice cream. And M&Ms in my ice cream because they get all cold. And that's the way that I only eat M&Ms and gummy bears in that form.
I don't know if I could do gummy bears and ice cream.
It's so
the
good.
dissonance of texture might throw me off.
No, it's good. You should just try it.
I'll take
Try
your word
it.
for it. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I will give it a whirl.
There you go. Those are my I love the candy conversation. I'm a candy person. I've had to be really good at not being a candy person anymore. It's not good for me. I need to be more like Matt Jones.
No, said nobody.
No, I do. I do. I don't need to eat all the sugar that I eat at all, actually. It's not great. Not great for me. Am I aging?
We just had a very special guest walk in the studio, Alyssa. It's
Is it Dr. Liggett? Dr. Liggett's here. He always does this.
Wait,
He had-
talking about candy and the dentist
about
walked
candy and the
in.
dentist.
Hey.
Dr. Liggett, what's the worst candy that a person can put in their mouth?
Oh,
The
man.
worst for teeth.
Warheads.
So I heard you talk about milk duds will get them. What are the kind of clear different like strawberry they used to put them in Zimas.
Oh,
Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly Ranchers
I
probably
used to
get more teeth out than
You
other
just
things.
aged yourself with a Zima, but we used to put them in Smirnoffs.
Yeah.
We did not do that in high school, though, if my mom is listening.
Jolly Rancher also has one of those specific old person flavors too. It's cinnamon fire, which is like the hot cinnamon. That's just, I've never seen anybody under the age of 75 with the cinnamon fire Jolly Ranchers.
I stopped supporting Jolly Ranchers when they thought it was a good idea to get rid of the lemon and add that blue raspberry crap.
Yeah, they
terrible.
They changed the lime to sour apple.
No good.
Bad. But this is all hypothetical, you know, Dr. Liggett. This is we don't actually eat all these candies.
No.
So one thing you can do, I heard you talking with your it's your son that has his tooth is coming out.
Yeah, that's right.
So have him push down on it, like towards the gums. That sometimes will help him to come out quicker too.
Okay. It's all attached in the back. He can like push it back because it's loose in the front, but it's still he's one of those kids where like he'll just let it just dangle there like a snaggle tooth until it comes out. And so here's a tooth story for you, doctor. this one, and it was just there forever. And he was at a friend's house in the backyard, and I get a text from their mom said, Finn came in and said he lost the tooth in the backyard. I was like, well, great. At least it came out. And he went home and he wrote the Tooth Fairy a letter, and it said, "Dear Tooth Fairy, I please accept my apology. I lost the tooth in the Gibsons. I lost my tooth. You can find it in the Gibsons' backyard."
That's funny.
Good luck, Finn.
That's perfect.
So, thanks for gracing us with your presence here on a Friday. Had I known, I would have totally been talking about celery instead.
Celery and what types of mouthwash we like the best. Yeah,
That's right. That's right. How I floss every day. Every day, twice a day. Every day, twice a day. We got Neil Atkinson on the line, so we got to go ahead and probably take a break. We're going to talk to Neil about what's going on with Bet Saracen here coming up after the break. So excited to see kind of what they've got going on for you over there as well.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle.
I'm in Crawford and Sebastian a lot, and a lot of Sequoia and LaFleur, but thanks really in large part to ESPN Arkansas, people have heard about us in other areas of Arkansas. And so I just picked up a case in Sevier County. I think they listen to your Hot Springs station. I picked up 2 cases in Boone County.
Oh, Harrison. Yeah.
Yes.
We're not paying her to say that, by the
No,
way.
they're not.
He's paying us.
ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com.
Summer is here and adventure is calling. Visit Southern Tire Mart for a new set of Yokohama tires to get your vehicle ready for summer travels. Southern Tire Mart is your trusted partner for top quality tires, professional services, and competitive pricing. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let Southern Tire Mart ensure your vehicle is ready for the open road. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
Spring is here, and it's the perfect time to upgrade your home. If your garage door needs repair or you're ready for a new look, call Precision Garage Door. From broken springs and openers to brand new doors, they provide expert service and professional installation. Fully licensed and insured, with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers, and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call 844-PDS-DOOR or visit PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Precision Garage Door, voted the best in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Hey, Fort Smith, have you seen the all-new Bass Pro Shop outpost on Bass Pro Drive off Rogers Avenue? Step inside and check out the Pradco store within a store, where you can create something truly one of a kind. Pick from iconic lure shapes like the Booyah One Knocker or the Bandit 100, to name only a few. And have it custom autographed just the way you want it. It's fun, it's personal, and it's only at the brand new Bass Pro outpost. Swing by today and make your own custom lure.
Looking for a career with a company built to last? At Forsgren, we've been shaping the future of the River Valley since 1936. Nearly 90 years of excellence, innovation, and family-driven leadership. From sidewalks that still stand today to major infrastructure projects across the region, our legacy is built on quality and community. Apply now at goforsgren.com. Join the Forsgren legacy, where your work becomes part of something lasting. Forsgren, building the foundation of the River Valley for 4 generations. Apply now at goforsgren.com.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle. Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself.
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
Call Brandon Zimmerman in Barling or call Wade Gilkey in Fort Smith.
The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss.
It's part of me. Get your love inside me. Need your close enough to guide me. I've been hoping you find me. You're the biggest part of me. Well, make a wish, baby. All the things I do for you. And let my love rain down on you, so we could wash away the past, so that we may start anew.
Make sure to follow Halftime on X at Hit That Line AR and on Facebook and Instagram at Hit That Line. Call or text 877-377-6963. All guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Hotline. Let's get back to the show with Matt Jones, Alyssa Orange, and Colton Little.
The Bet Saracen app, the #1 betting app in the state of Arkansas. If you don't have it downloaded on your phone, go ahead and do that. Excited to bring in Neil Atkinson like we do on Thursdays, the Senior Director of Tables and Sportsbook Operations at Bet Saracen. I've got my website, my app open. Neil, how has your week been? Thanks for joining us again.
It's been a good week. I'm kind of enjoying a little bit of the lull in the sporting calendar. Last year the Hall of Fame game was on July the 31st, the way Labor Day fell, and everything's basically a week later this year. So we got a little, an extra week of getting prepared for this week's season. But it's just getting ready for baseball and seeing if any of the blockbuster trades happen this weekend before the trade deadline on Monday. See what that does to some of the future odds, and again, we put out the full slate of NFL season props, NCAA season props. Boy, there's a lot of those, and we've already got our NBA season props up also. So, wait for football season, and football season are two seasons that I say we have here in the South, and thank goodness waiting for football season's almost over.
We're very, very close. I think we've talked about it. This is the last Sunday without football, and there's the Hall of Fame game next week on the 6th. But you talk about the trade deadline and the MLB. We haven't talked much baseball today, but that could, you're right, make a ton of different changes for some of those future bets. How much do you guys look into making those kind of adjustments once all of that dust settles on Monday?
Well, usually what happens is if there's a big blockbuster trade, usually the market will come down. We'll let the dust settle for a little bit, and then when the market and we look at our comparisons out there, and we see where people are moving their money, then we'll adjust it. And actually, we don't adjust it. The public where they put their money, is the one that moves the line. I'll just give an example. When LeBron James signed with the 76ers, before he signed with them, they were plus 2,000 to win the NBA championship next year. Their odds went all the way down to plus 900. So
Wow.
where you would have made where a $100 bet would have made you $200, $2,000 a week before, after the LeBron change, it will only make you $900 now. So that's how one player and one blockbuster trade can affect a team, especially in basketball. But they're projecting some blockbuster trades maybe around the the Braves and a couple of the other teams by Monday. And it's just love to see the strategy and what teams are thinking and what kind of deals they're able to make.
Yeah, I mean, everything I think right now hinges on if Scooble goes anywhere. And if he could go to the Dodgers, he could go to Milwaukee. He could stay with Detroit. Can you bet on that? Bet on where he could go?
No, we don't do trades because the problem is that's all contractual, and you never know when it's either going to be leaked or non-public knowledge comes out. It's not like a draft to where you have a draft position at a specific time, a specific date. These stories can break at any time, and it's just real hard to put a line out on those with the regulations that we have in traditional sports betting.
Yeah, I know. That makes a lot of sense. You talk about football season right around the corner, as we mentioned. How much traction do you really think truly is it more college football or NFL football? What gets the most attention?
Well, historically here in Arkansas, because we don't have a pro team located in the state, up until we get to the NFL playoffs, it's usually about 55% college and the rest is the NFL. Of course, there's more college games, throughout the week. So that has a little bit of a factor into it. So, and a lot of it with the NFL can kind of be 50-50 with NCAA. But it all depends in this region on how well Kansas City is doing and how well the Dallas Cowboys are doing, because the last 4 years, both the Kansas City and Dallas Cowboys have been the most bet teams and where we've had the most local bias here on Bet Saracen. And, for a couple of years, Kansas City being the most bet team, that wasn't all that great for us, especially with a couple of Super Bowls. But yeah, those are the two teams that really, really spar the action on the NFL here. But we are so NCAA and SEC betting centric, especially when it comes to football here, because we don't have a pro team located in the state.
Do you have any promotions going on right now with football season or around just this time of the year?
We're going to have some promotions coming up for football season. Right now, the main promotion that we have is 25% parlay boost on any 3-team parlay on any sport. But on Monday, and this is already on the site, if you go to your app or on the top of the page, you'll see a tab that says Pick 'em. And that's a product that we just released, and it's very similar to maybe a Pick Six product that you've seen on Daily Fantasy Sports. And basically, you're just picking yes, no, or over and under on a curated menu of player stats, similar to the way the Pick Six does. And right now, you can do that and just put it in your bet slip. But starting on Monday, we're going to add a contest to it. So and it's going to be a free-to-play contest. And there's going to be a leaderboard. And you just do your Pick Six every day. You can either put in your bet slip and make it a parlay bet, or you can just enter the contest. Either way, you've got both options, and that way you can win some free play. And that's going to be on Major League Baseball Pick Six starting on Monday. So you want to check that out going in on Monday. And that should be a fun one, because a lot of people do that Pick Six with fantasy sports. Hey, might as well do it on a real sports book, and you can win a little money on a leaderboard. And hey, if you get them right, you can score nicely on a little parlay.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm a betting novice, I will have to say. So I always take what you tell me and I absorb it and I try to learn. And I've been trying to learn a lot of this stuff because this is all new to me.
Yeah, well, that's what I really do like about the Pick Six, because it's engaging and it's very, very easy. When you click on that tab, it brings you, hey, do you want to do yes or no or over and under on a stat? And you just do it 6 times. And if you don't make a bet with it, you're just entering the contest, no harm, no foul. And you can do it on the leaderboard. And then as your confidence goes up and you feel confident with it, we just give you the option where you can put that on a bet slip. And when you put it on the bet slip, if you want to take a selection out and not do all 6 of them, only do 3 of the selections, 2 of the selections, or even 1, you can just take them out of your bet slip. And that way you can have a little fun with it. And it repopulates it, makes it really, really easy for you. And we hope a lot of people check that out and use it.
Yeah, I hope so too. And I know you guys are just excited because once football season really gets here, things are just really starting to ramp up and we're going to have a lot more things. I mean, baseball is a lot of fun to bet on. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But football is the bread and butter.
Oh yeah, and the people just, I mean, baseball is really, really easy to bet in play because of the pitches and the times between everything that happens. Football, something, because we have all the stoppage time, but it's just incredible on how much action that we get on the in play on the football. And as a lot of people are aware, the competitive landscape in Arkansas has changed with a couple of the new operators coming in, and Bet Saracen, we're not going to sit in here and on the side. So here in the next couple of weeks, we're going to have some great technological advancements that we're going to be able to announce with Bet Saracen going into the fall with the football, and I can't wait. It's gonna be a great deal for all of that. So I'm kind of teasing that just a little bit, but there's some big things that are going to be coming with Bet Saracen, and like you said, with us being the number one sports book and the national operators coming in, we're not going to sit on our hands, and competition is good for everybody. And just the players are the ones that are going to win out because they're going to have great choices on technology. Already do with Bet Saracen. We're going to still do our local flair, but we're going to be stepping up our game even more, and that's what competition does. So we're excited about that.
That's right. Just another reason to go download that app. If you don't have it already, go search wherever you get your apps for the Bet Saracen app. A lot to do and to take advantage of. We talked about the parlays. We talked about what's coming. So make sure you have that app so you are ready to go. Neil, we appreciate you. We're looking forward to all this new stuff you're going to debut for us here in the coming months.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. As always, I like to end it out with bet with your head and not over it. Make sure you keep sports betting fun and entertaining. Make sure you set a budget. Good luck on all of your parlays. And don't forget to check out the promotion tab anytime you log in. And we'll see you next week.
Thanks so much, Neil. Always great advice there from Neil. And I learned something every single time we talk to him. So really enjoy his time over there down at Bet Saracen. Our halftime weekly lineup brought to you by Swift's Jewelry in downtown Fayetteville. Whether you're popping the question, celebrating an anniversary, or looking for something special, Swift's is the place to go. Located right on Block Avenue next to Hugo's. They've been a trusted name since 1956. Stop by and see them in person or visit swiftjewelry.com to learn more. Swift Jewelry, celebrating life's biggest moments. And as we get closer to football season, always make sure that you are game day ready, that you look your best when it comes to tailgating there at Arkansas Razorback football games, or even if you're getting ready for basketball season, make sure you're the best looking one inside Bud Walton Arena. You can do that at rowback.com. They've got brand new Arkansas apparel for you, so make sure you get it at rowback.com. That's RHOBACK.com, and use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Rowback, where action meets comfort.
Why in this state is Billy called Billy Goat?
This is halftime.
The Saracen Casino Hotel is now open and accepting reservations. Saracen's new 14-story hotel features 318 modern guest rooms and suites, offering luxe accommodations paired with the elevated amenities and the southern hospitality customers have come to expect from Saracen Casino Resort. And while you're at it, don't skip dinner at Red Oak, recognized as Arkansas's best restaurant for 5 years running. Book your stay with Saracen by visiting SaracenResort.com or calling Saracen today.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
I'm Tim Shepard. I'm running for Washington County Judge. People come to Washington County for a reason, to raise a family, build a future, and enjoy the beauty of a place we call home. No matter how long you've lived here, we all want the same things: safe communities, responsible growth, and leaders who get things done. I'm Tim Shepard, and I'll work every day to keep Washington County the best place to live, work, raise a family, and call home. I'd appreciate your vote November 3rd.
Paid for by the committee to elect Tim Shepard, Washington County Judge.
I'm Wendy Howerton, and I'm running for circuit judge here in Washington-Madison County. I've been practicing here for 20 years, representing people just like you, and everyday matters.
It's going to be justice for all. Everyone there is going to have a voice, and all those people who don't have a voice, they're going to have one in my courts. And I'm going to apply the law evenly, impartially, like it should be.
I'm here to protect all your constitutional rights, because they've never been more important than they are now.
Paid for by the Howerton campaign.
I'm Tim Shepard. I'm running for Washington County Judge. People come to Washington County for a reason, to raise a family, build a future, and enjoy the beauty of a place we call home. No matter how long you've lived here, we all want the same things: safe communities, responsible growth, and leaders who get things done. I'm Tim Shepard, and I'll work every day to keep Washington County the best place to live, work, raise a family, and call home. I'd appreciate your vote November 3rd.
Paid for by the committee to elect Tim Shepard, Washington County Judge.
I'm Wendy Howerton, and I'm running for circuit judge here in Washington-Madison County. I've been practicing here for 20 years, representing people just like you, and everyday matters.
It's going to be justice for all. Everyone there is going to have a voice, and all those people who don't have a voice, they're going to have one in my courts. And I'm going to apply the law evenly, impartially, like it should be.
I'm here to protect all your constitutional rights because they've never been more important than they are now.
Paid for by the Howerton campaign.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
A dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouth. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Kevin Hart here to tell you all about Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa. Hey guys, I kind of feel like you're chopping off my head a little bit. I'm the money. Don't forget that. It's spicy, balanced with a sweet and tangy citrus touch that makes everything taste even better. And the best part is it comes with, I kind of still feel like you ain't got all of me. The best part is it comes with anything on the Cantina menu. So you better try it before it's gone.
New jalapeno citrus salsa, the sauce with more main character energy than Kevin Hart.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years.
ESPN 95.3.
You're everlasting summer, you can see it fade. So you grab a piece of something that you think is gonna last. But you wouldn't even know the time you could put it in your hand. The things you think are precious, I can't understand. Are you reeling in the heat?
Use your imagination. I'm asking hypothetical questions here. Come on.
None of this is real.
The question is simple, but the arguments never are. One question, unlimited opinions. This is Halftime Hypotheticals, only on Halftime.
It's a hypothetical.
1:35 here on ESPN Arkansas. It's halftime with Matt Jones, Colton Little, and Alyssa Orange here. It's time for Halftime Hypotheticals, but before we get to that, I want to remind you we're brought to you today by our good friends over at Joe's Grill and Cantina. They make those fresh chips from scratch every single day with delicious salsa, warm creamy queso, fresh guacamole. They've got fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, anything you could think of, they've got it for you over there at Joe's Grill and Cantina. The best Tex-Mex and even better service only at Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, right across from Harps. I actually did put the halftime hypothetical today on the rundown, so you guys might have had a little bit of idea of what it's going to be about, but we didn't really touch on this very much this week. It was kind of a throwaway story, but UNLV, Josh Pastner over there, their new head coach, he kind of talked a little bit about earlier this week, hey, we need a little bit more support financially for our basketball team. It's a notable college basketball brand over there at UNLV with the running Rebs, but obviously long gone are the days of Larry Johnson and Jerry Tarkanian and everything like that. But obviously still a recognizable brand and still a college basketball team that needs a little bit more financial support. Well, Coach Pastner came out and said, look, for the small price of around $10 million, you can own this college basketball team. They later essentially were forced to recant that statement, but still looking for
some additional donations to help them with the financial challenges that may be in front of them. But it kind of just got me thinking about owning a college sports team, or maybe an entire athletic department. I did some research, and the entire athletic department up at the University of Arkansas, roughly around $800 million, the total value, maybe about $1 billion, probably on the higher side. So hypothetically, say that a billionaire comes in. It's a proven record, owning, transforming businesses into leaders in their field. And maybe, just maybe, they're appreciated by their consumers as well. But let's just say that hypothetically, they write a check for $1.1 billion to purchase the entire athletic department at the University of Arkansas as the owner. If someone were able to fork over the money, would you be in favor of someone owning the entire Arkansas Razorback athletic department? That's today's halftime hypothetical, 877-377-6963. You have all the financial backing you'd like. It's a billionaire, proven track record. Never had to be hurting for money ever again. But that one person's got a lot of power.
A lot of power. Oof.
The way I understand it is these people that own sports teams, it's their third business. So
Yes.
how much are they actually invested and interested? Are they going to hire a GM? Are they going to hire, certain people? Or are they going to be hands-on? Are they going to be like the New York Jets and base it on their son's Madden ratings? Like what is the, are you like Texas Tech? You kind of got to ask some more questions. But I think if you have somebody the way it's going, why not? What are we trying? We're trying to win, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards yes also. Because to Matt's point too, like as long as you feel like there's going to be a good understanding and direction, why not? Why not have someone? And then you're not having to feel financially burdened. You're not having to go, your football coach doesn't have to spend 80% of his time fundraising.
Amen. Well, when I thought about this question last night, kind of mulling this over just a little bit after reading more into the situation there with UNLV and Coach Pastner, I kind of thought to myself, I wonder if certain Arkansas fans would be turned off by this idea because of the closeness and proximity to a very famous owner of a sports franchise that a lot of us here have a very soft spot for, which is the Dallas Cowboys. And of course, Josefa was one of the first texts here on this, on this topic here, as long as Jerry Jones didn't buy it. So I was just kind of wondering what we would think about somebody of that ilk, somebody with that type of money. Matt, like you said, somebody who has expendable income, a third job where they can just sign a check for $1 billion. I was worried about potentially them having a little bit too much power over the entirety of the athletics department. It's not just the football program. This goes all the way down to, cross country, track, softball, now tennis that is back, and everything. So I was just sort of wondering if we had any reservations about it, simply because you could get somebody in a position of power like that who has no idea to relinquish power and whose question and whose football acumen is probably a little bit questionable at times. Someone like a Jerry Jones. Some other text coming in here. Gavin in Fayetteville says, just look at Texas Tech. They essentially have somebody that foots the bill for their entire athletic department in Cody Campbell, an oil magnate, billionaire as well.
But he doesn't own it.
Doesn't own it, technically, no.
But he's got a lot of influence with the money he has.
Chris in Fayetteville does not understand the point of this segment at all. He just says win games and who cares. Well, thank you, Chris. Just change your radio dial for all I care. It's a hypothetical segment. Josefa says that he's a Cowboys fan too, so he's obviously very much against this. But I don't think that we're too far off from this being a real possibility somewhere in college athletics. There's going to be maybe not necessarily a big-time Power 4 program like Arkansas or Texas Tech, for that matter, that has a true owner. But think about a school that's not in a Power 5 conference, maybe a school that doesn't even play Division I football. I think we could see someone like that put a huge investment into their school, being competitive across all sports and making some financial dividends from that. I don't know if that's too far off base for you or for anybody else listening here, but I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities because, like Gavin mentioned, while Cody Campbell doesn't necessarily own the entirety of the athletics department, it is a public school down there in Lubbock. He essentially does with the amount of money that he's put in there, and you cannot let people that spend that much money on their athletics programs not have one of the louder, more authoritative voices.
Yeah, Yeah, no, I agree. I just, at this point, because it's a hypothetical, why not? For a program like Arkansas, and you're always talking about money and how can you close the gap with money that's not revenue sharing, why not? Let it roll.
Hog Wild and Van Buren says Mark Cuban essentially owns the University of Indiana with the amount of money he's poured in now to the football
And he actually knows
there.
how to run a sports program.
He sure does. He's also the best shark on Shark Tank. So, just my opinion on that.
You don't like Mr. Wonderful?
Which one is that? I always forget their names and their nicknames and stuff. Which one is Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful? Because he's probably one of the worst human beings of all time.
Oh, yeah, no, that.
He defunded a lot of really important educational tools back in the 90s to make billions of dollars that really put America in an educational, backslide. So screw Kevin O'Leary.
Noted.
Sorry.
Noted. Look at you. I like Barbara.
She's great.
Barbara's great. Barbara's great. But yeah, go ahead. Have someone put in $1 billion and own the athletic department over at Arkansas, and they can make the decisions and, not Hunter.
Yeah, Gavin and Fable says it again. You'll never be able to own a college team, but people like Cody Campbell, who are at the top donators, will essentially be owners, with ADs being more or less the CEOs. Makes sense to me, and I think that we're going to see a lot more of that. And here at Arkansas, I don't think anybody would mind if there was, Daddy Warbucks here to save the day and just spend lots of money on everything. And, of course, we'd love for it to be someone with the last name like Walton. And I don't want to, I don't want in any way to downplay what the Tysons have been able to give here to the University of Arkansas, not just with the patches on the jerseys, but the great facilities we have here, the support for a fantastic basketball team. I don't want to downplay that in any way. They obviously have a very big voice and a pretty big say in what happens in the athletic department. It's a hypothetical question, and I was just trying to gauge a little bit of interest here. Jamie in Fayetteville said, are we just talking football here? A business, I'm trying to read this whole thing.
A business guy would cancel all non-revenue sports. And I responded, entire department, and you can't. To remain a D1 school, you have to have at least 19 teams.
Very true.
You can't go and just cancel everybody else. It's not how that works, college athletics. So we are taking a little bit of logic into our hypothetical.
Just a little bit, but it
Just
is a hypothetical after all. This is not happening. Nobody has to get, wrapped up in all of this. It's
says who? NCAA? Yeah, yes, those are the rules.
Those are the
Jamie.
rules.
That's legitimately the rule.
Who gets the revenue for tickets and concessions? Well, they'd have to work all this out hypothetically. Some of that money would go to the owner. They have to get a little bit on the back end. But I think that this would probably be more for a type of, a good publicity. Cody Campbell's not making millions and millions of dollars off of Texas Tech, but his name and his affinity for the university, I'm sure, is one of the many reasons why they're doing it.
Yeah, I just and that's the thing right there that you said.
Good question, Rick. Thank you.
You're not making money. So the Waltons make money, with the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Cubs, and Jerry makes money on the Cowboys. How would you make money? You're not making money. So that's the biggest.
But it's a hypothetical question.
We know that.
We've been spending any more time talking about. So.
That's true. But sure, go for it.
Yeah.
Just, why not?
Why
Let
not?
the mafia own it at this point. Why not? It's a hypothetical. It's a Friday. It's a Friday.
It's a Friday, and we've
let the
only got
mafia
15
own
minutes
it.
left.
That's
absolutely right. That is absolutely right. That's today's halftime hypothetical. It's brought to you by our good friends over at North Arkansas Regional Medical Center, the second largest employer in all of Harrison, with over 700 employees and over $50 million in annual salaries provided to the wonderful community over there in Harrison. They serve 5 counties, totaling over 95,000 people in North Central Arkansas, with 18 clinics, including 3 rural clinics. It's North Arkansas Regional Medical Center, bringing better to you. Proud sponsor of today's halftime hypothetical. I enjoyed that one, even though it was,
that was fun.
Completely hypothetical. But
yeah, you know what? We just went on a whole deep end.
yeah,
So
it's not too far fetched to think that we're going to see more and more incredibly rich people try and put their foot in the door with college athletic departments.
sure. Now that door is open, why not?
Absolutely, it's wide.
See what kind of benefit that they get. Absolutely. All right, we're gonna wrap up halftime here on this Friday. Our Gusano's Pizzeria final slice coming up after this.
Absolutely horse crap call. This is halftime.
0 down and sales tax paid. Only at Orr Auto Park in Fort Smith. The Orr Pre-Owned clearance event lasts until July 31st, so don't miss your chance to save big. With hundreds of pre-owned vehicles to choose from, Orr has exactly what you are looking for. But it's time for them to go and time for you to take advantage of the Orr Pre-Owned clearance event now through July 31st. 0 down and sales tax paid. What are you waiting for? The Orr clearance event only lasts until July 31st. Score more with Orr today.
You always get more at Orr.
Sometimes I'm in a hurry. Stay in the slow lane, buddy. That's when I use the Sodies app to order my favorites and pick up in their drive-thru. They even offer a 10% discount on your first app order. Experience different at Sodies Wine and Spirits off I-540 on Phoenix Avenue.
Every day is worth celebrating at Uncorked. Cocktails, wine, craft beer, bourbons, and unbelievably great food. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodies.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One is a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Doe's Eat Place has been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years, and now they're offering smoked prime rib on the weekends. It's a limited supply, so get your reservations in early. Try one of their delicious appetizers or your choice of drinks from the area's largest selection of wine, beer, and liquor. Doe's Eat Place open Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming features and events. Call 479-784-9111 for Doe's Eat Place, 422 North 3rd Street in Fort Smith.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, not when you work with Tara Lindbergh and the Lindbergh Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust the team that delivers results. Go to LindberghTeam.com, LIMBIRD. Spring is here, and it's the perfect time to upgrade your home. If your garage door needs repair or you're ready for a new look, call Precision Garage Door. From broken springs and openers to brand new doors, they provide expert service and professional installation. Fully licensed and insured, with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers, and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call 844-PDS-DOOR or visit PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Precision Garage Door, voted the best in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for, only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com, RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle.
You home, we got down to the gate and I was dreaming of the night. Would it turn out right? Tell you, girl, I wanna be. a lifetime blind. We were hand in hand when Miller
In halftime, live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Crabtree RV Center, where RVing is life.
Welcome back here to halftime, wrapping it up on a Friday. Been a great week. Thanks for joining us along the ride with us. And today's final slice for me is, don't forget, Arkansas basketball, 6 p.m. tonight on Flow Sports. And don't be afraid of Flow Sports, guys. It's really easy. You sign up. I know you have to put in your credit card number, but there's a 7-day free trial. Cancel it on Monday after their game at 11. And then you're good and you won't get charged. Easy as that. And then you get to watch basketball for the next 4 days, guys.
Final slice, your boy Aaron Torres, not a noted music lover, but 10% Aaron Donald plays week 1, 85% Aaron Donald plays this year. So that's good news for the LA Rams.
Great
Yes,
news.
it is. Him and Myles Garrett. Ooh.
That's like terrifying. If I was a quarterback, I'd just spike it every time. I just ask to hand the ball off. Never want to throw. Never want to throw it back. Final slice for me today. I have totally killed the vibe on this chill yacht rock day. I'm just a little amped up, and I apologize to everybody for ruining the mood on this beautiful yacht rock. I've always got Little River Band loaded up. I got 6 discs in here. So
did you just scream America?
No. At the crime scene, LOL. Good tweet. It's a good tweet.
It's, what's he say? Funky Mark and the boys. They might have did their business and just left.
Go get a cocktail.
No, you did great, Colton.
Thank you.
No, you're great.
Your energy's.
We love your
energy's
feistiness.
contagious. Yeah.
Yes.
Look, well, Alyssa's the professional, and Matt is the calm, cool quarterback back there. So somebody has to be a complete, total nut job, and I'm happy to take that role. I'm happy to do it. But really good shows this week, and I love this final slice segment. I love this final slice segment. It's always a good final little reprieve from the day.
There you go. You go get you a drink, go watch some basketball, and listen to some good music. I'm about to keep the yacht rock going in my car on my Spotify.
There we go.
After this. There you go. So thank you again for joining us. That is today's final slice, brought to you by our friends at Gusano's Pizzeria, bringing you the perfect slice made with only the freshest ingredients. And if you're looking for the perfect place to watch the game, they probably won't have Flow Sports, but you could pop it up on your phone right there while you're eating a really good pizza. Gusano's is the place to be. And make sure to check out their July pizza of the month. It's the last day to do it. The cheeseburger pizza, ketchup, mustard, seasoned beef, onions, tomatoes, mozzarella, cheddar cheese, and diced pickles as well. Whether you're dining in, ordering to go, or planning your next watch party, Gusano's has everything you need. Gusano'sPizza.com. View the full menu, find a location near you. And guys, guess what?
What?
We get to talk fall camp next week.
That's true.
I say real football, and I don't want Matt to come at me.
We get to talk a little basketball on Monday.
We do.
Yeah,
we do.
Sports. Yeah. Get to
That's
see
right.
Them, get a little eye candy on them. Yeah.
That's right. I'm excited to see who the starting five is.
It was.
That's right. Man, now I want some candy. I want to go see a movie.
Gummy bears.
Twizzlers.
The candy segment will be in the pod today. The candy segment will be in there.
Good. Make sure to go get your candy and go see your dentist later.
Yes, got to go see your dentist.
all the things.
And make sure that you tell Finn the proper technique for getting it out. I guess you got to.
I know now that I know.
Oh, he's seeing the dentist Monday.
Yeah,
he's seeing the dentist on Monday, but maybe he can get it out by then. But that's his dad's job. So, I know he gets to go back with dad, and dad can figure it out. I've done it for a week now. He won't let me touch it. I have to sit on my hands for him to show me the tooth because he's afraid that I'm going to just yank it out of there when he's not paying attention.
Alyssa, that's a dad job anyway. That's like taking out the trash. Dad's got to pull the teeth. Come on.
There you go. He can do it. My dad always pulled my teeth, so that makes a lot of sense.
Mom typically does the tooth fairy roll. Oh, shoot. I shouldn't have said anything.
No, no one's listening. You're good. You're good. I hope. Good gosh. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not real.
Thanks so much for
Sorry.
Thanks so much for joining us right here. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it. Get outside. Get some fresh air. Ruskin and Zach is coming up right after this. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you Monday.